Hello, everybody. I think we're live. I think we are live. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Claire.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, yeah, good. How are you?
Good, good. Glad you can join us today. This is a pleasure to have you. We're just waiting on Frames to join us.
Thank you for the invitation.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna talk about a few cool topics.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about YouTube. We're gonna talk about photography, the love of photography, and then we'll probably get into some latest news and rumors about Nikon.
Ah,
So, you know, um, yeah. If you're gonna laugh at me, you're gonna laugh at everybody. You see the comments, right?
I can't. Hang on. Ah.
You're gonna laugh at me. You laugh at most everybody here, brother. That's funny. Hey guys,
I don't know how to reply, but like,
people are streaming in right now. Evening all. Greg is in the house. What's up, Greg? Fulcrum William 2K4.
France.
Hi from France. Hello. Hello, Baptist Khan. How are you? So, Claire, what's going on? How's the life in the UK?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. I will admit, to be honest. So, and hey, I was saying to Adam the other day, like, I reckon you're a YouTube angel.
You what?
You're a YouTube angel.
I am?
Yeah. Yeah, you seem to know when I'm not too good and you get in touch. It's like, yeah, I love that.
I could feel it, you know? I
You're
could
very
feel
empathic, aren't you?
it. Yeah, well, hopefully this live stream kind of motivates you,
Yeah.
gets you up there and at it again. But so how's photography life? Are you shooting?
Yeah, I've just been away on a spiritual retreat shooting for them. I was away Monday to Thursday, and I was only really shooting the last day. But yeah, that was good. And then I went and took a few pictures at a fashion show on Saturday. So yeah, I've done a bit. You?
Oh yeah, I was shooting. I shot a wedding. I'm shooting a wedding this weekend. Wedding
Wow.
last weekend. Couple of other gigs, and then I'm also juggling this YouTube thing. So
Yeah. Wow.
it's it's definitely a very busy ride.
Yeah.
Especially doing all this. Hello, Agud. How are you? Bar Studio. I'm in Mars looking for the Z8. Still haven't located it, guys. Well, well, hopefully we'll hear something very soon. So uh
Yeah.
everybody's
Sorry.
everybody's talking about it. Everybody is talking about it. Yes. Hold on 1 second. This was live, so I have to send Frames the link. Yes, that's the link. So you still shooting with the Z9, or did you return it already, or did you buy your own?
Yeah, I returned it.
Oh, okay.
Back to my D3 and my D800.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I had the D3.
And my little Canon something or other 350D.
Oh.
I was talking about I was doing a video and I was like sharing my photos that I took on the Masai Mara.
Uh-huh.
And then I thought, I can't remember what camera I used. And I remembered that the guy that I sold it to about 20 odd years ago had messaged me a few months back saying, hey, do you remember you sold me that camera? So I got in touch with him and I said, what was that camera that I sold you? So just so I can put it on so people know what they're taken with. And he said, it's a Canon 350D. You can have it back if you want. I'm not using it. So he brought it back with like 2 lenses, and it's so nostalgic to pick it up again. And so I want to kind of go from the Z9 to my first camera, my first digital camera, and just see what I can do with a super cheap camera, you know?
No, it's definitely, camera doesn't matter. It's definitely what you shoot, and you know,
Yeah,
you're having fun shooting. You know, that's what it's all about. You know,
yeah, yeah,
I think that's the hardest thing in photography, is to really figure out what you love and what you want to do with it. You know, uh,
yeah,
other, like, besides shooting families and like taking it out on vacation, like most normal people,
yeah,
you want to do something other than that. That's, it's figuring out what to shoot and what you love to shoot,
yeah,
and it's tough, um, so
yeah. And it changes as well, I've noticed. Like, I think I was getting fixated on going down one route or another, but I'm learning that it's about your energy and what you need then, you know?
mhm.
Sometimes I need to be out in nature because I need that feeling of peace. And then other times I need to be with people. So that'll resonate. And then, so the more I get to know myself, the more I can navigate what is resonating with me to shoot, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, no, definitely. Sometimes I go out with my camera, and I want to shoot a few things, but you know just figuring out, getting the proper moments. And see, I like shooting people, and sometimes for me it's tough to find that right person to be in front of my lens,
Yeah, yeah,
but the best thing, I mean, I shoot weddings, so I'm usually shooting, but I'm shooting for somebody else. But if it was my own thing for my own project, it's a little different.
yeah,
You're at a wedding, it's not your project, it's your event you're covering. So
yeah.
you call the shots, but you kind of don't.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when I went to that fashion show the other day, I was really not like, they turned the lights on and so it just went all flat. And I was thinking, oh, I wasn't really feeling it with certain angles. So I just started shooting like the audience and their feet and stuff. So not what the pictures that they wanted, but I was more inspired by the light coming through the back of the audience. And I remembered something my son had said to me only a few days ago. He's only 14, but he said, I can't remember what he was doing, either playing his guitar or writing or something. And I'd said something to him, and he said, I don't do it for anybody else, I do it for me.
Hmm.
And I thought, yeah, like, I think when it's something creative, that is the key, isn't it? To do it for yourself, but it also be to like the title of the thing, to make money, but also love it and do it for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
That's.
Frames is
Is he
here.
here?
Frames
Oh,
is here, but he's can't see him he's in the green room,
just gonna have a quick drink.
but I
Sorry.
can't see him in the camera. His camera's not on yet. But let's connect anyway. Oh, he's muted. He's probably connecting right now. Hey guys, so I want to welcome you guys here. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm just getting in the hang of it, doing a Vahagraphy Talk live stream. I've done a few, but they were pre-recorded. The one we did with you and Frames was pre-recorded,
All right.
but this is live.
All right. Wow. Yeah.
So, all right, so let's see where he's at. All I see is Fujifilm webcam. Fujifilm webcam. Yeah, he's connecting right now.
Can you hear me?
I hear you, but I don't see you.
Yeah.
Turn your camera on, brother.
Can you see me now? No.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm using the XT5.
And your mic, you're not on your mic. You're on your
Now
regular.
on my mic, I think. Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. This is live, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I think you should just let me figure this out. You just continue.
Yeah, go for it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about YouTube frames. We're gonna talk about YouTube first because that's a topic that we all can relate here because we have each other. We have channels.
Yeah.
You have a channel. Claire has a channel. I have a channel. We're gonna talk about the photography space in that YouTube world and what you see, what you witness, and some points that kind of.
Oh, my camera is not on.
And your mic.
What nonsense. Sorry.
Yeah, your camera's not on, man. You just
Now
figured
it
it out.
should be on. Yeah.
No, it's not on.
Yeah. I thought it was on, but then it okay.
What are you using Fuji for?
Because it got a longer battery life than my Z6 too. And I lost my that USB-C hub. So, and in this laptop I don't have, as in this MacBook doesn't have many connectors. I'm using the M1 version 1 MacBook. So yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Ooh,
it'll probably take a bit. It'll probably take
sure.
a while, but
So yeah, YouTube. Back to the YouTube topic and photography channels. Oh wow, it's a very slow day for YouTube, huh? Because usually I have like 20 or 30 people in here by now. Everybody's out and about. I guess they're not used to my time slot. So this is the first time I'm back doing a live stream in a while. But let's see. So yeah, YouTube. So Claire, what have you learned so far?
What have I learned? What have I learned? I've learned to kind of be true to where my energy's at, not try and force. Like at the moment, I haven't put anything out photography. I haven't done a lot. I've got 2 shoots to edit. I've got 1 left of the Z9 diaries, but I've got a few bits like unphotography related, and it's like, if I'm not going to post something that I'm really pleased with, I just think it's better not to. Yeah, so I'm in fits and starts at the minute.
Do you watch other photo channels?
A couple, but not regularly. No.
Oh, okay. Like who do you watch? Like photography related?
There's somebody, Edmund something. He does wildlife. I've watched a few of his. To be honest, recently I haven't really watched any YouTube at all because I've just been like, life has been friggin' awful at times, to be completely honest. And I've just been dealing with stuff going on. So yeah, I haven't done a lot of watching it. AP Studios. Hi.
Hey guys. Hey, what's happening, AP? I'll be popping out shortly. But I was keen to at least get part of the session, and now would be cool to meet up with you guys if you do manage to visit the UK. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely in my bucket list to definitely take a trip out to the UK, take some pictures, and visit the country. But we'll see what happens. Frames is still trying to figure out his camera. What your battery's not charged? What's going on?
yeah. So I'm shifting to Sony.
Watching while I'm out about. All right. It's funny. I started live streaming. In the beginning, I was really having fun doing it.
Yeah.
But then I stopped. Kind of getting, I put too much on the plate, and I was getting burned out.
Yeah.
But then what I did was I started, like what I enjoy on YouTube. What I enjoy on YouTube is making videos talking about gear, talking about photography,
Mm.
talking about business, and live streaming. Always enjoyed live streaming. You know, I
Yeah.
think you get, you know, you communicate with the audience. People ask questions. You know, it's much more fun than a pre-recorded show or something.
Yeah.
So,
Do you
what's
enjoy?
up, ZWade? How you doing, man? How you doing? ZWade is makes some good content as of late. He's always made good content, but he's stepped up in his editing game. He's a funny.
Hi, Drew.
Yeah. So Drew says hi, Claire.
Hi.
Drew Clark. What's happening, man? That's a nice thumbnail, brother. Both more fun and a job. Oh yeah, I put out a poll. Like, what's photography to you? Is it a job? Is it fun? Is it, you know, what is it? What does it mean to you? Let's see where we're at. Let's see how many people. Actually, I got to go back to my YouTube page and see how many people actually voted. Oh, 24 votes. 62% said it's fun and hobby for them. 17% said it's just a job. Both 21%. So, all right, let's end that poll real quick. It's cool. You could do live polls on here. So, what are you doing, Frames? Are you switching to the Nikon?
Good one.
Is this your first time doing a live?
No, I think I've forgotten how to do this.
I know, it was a joke. Well, you have the input in. You just the camera's not on or something. You know.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Ah.
Jeez, man.
I changed to the Sony.
Tap onto the mic. Let's see if it's working. Yeah.
Get it?
you're on.
No. So, hello. Can you hear
How
me?
are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Say hi to
Yeah.
Claire
So
and everybody in the chat.
I thought I'm going to use the Fuji. Hi, Claire. What's up?
Hi.
Hi. I thought I'm going to change to the Fuji because it's just because I have got the 85 mounted on my Z6 too, so I didn't want to take this lens off.
Is that the new 85 one
Totally.
too?
Yeah, I'm going to just keep it on this camera. I'm not going to take this off the body. So I thought I'll just use the Fuji. But then I think it's not simple to connect it to. Like the Sony just connects. It's like ready to stream.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything.
Hey guys, so sorry we got into a little bit of a rough start, but you know, we'll get this down. Just getting into the swing of things of live streaming. So we are live. Everybody says, "Hey, Frames, do you see the chat box?"
No, I don't actually. I don't know how.
You go to comments. There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that 85. How do you like it?
Oh, love it. I don't like it. I love it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It just I don't know. I don't know if I really want to keep the 85 1.8 right now after this.
Yeah, because you have that. Can you show us the camera with the lens on real quick? Just the size. I want to see the proportion of the size in the Z6.
Yeah, so that's something, you know, because I think it's a bit odd because
Take the hood off real quick.
yeah. So this.
Oh wow.
Right now the thing is that I think this doesn't sit straight. Basically this like sits like this. Okay, it doesn't sit
Oh
straight.
yeah. It's pointing down.
Yeah, so because it's not, so this lens is fatter, so this comes like
Oh wow. What body is that on?
Z6
Z6. Yeah. So.
And that's an 85.
Yeah.
Is that a prime lens? Sorry.
85 1.2.
Yeah.
Oh.
The new one.
The new one, yeah.
Oh, I want one.
So check the video that I posted. I shot a lot of pictures, and That was not with this lens though. I just received it a couple of days back, and I got a copy from Nikon and used it for like 5 days, and spent some time with it.
Hey, it's pretty fast, huh? The focus. I spent about
Yeah.
an hour with it.
Wow.
So the Z6 II behaves like it's a Z9 with this lens on.
Mm, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So we're talking YouTube first. So we both have channels. Well, I mean, all three of us have channels. So I want to talk about like what do you, like for me, I'm a straight shooter. You guys know, like I say it like it is, right? But with the photography channels,
Mm-hmm.
like I put out a video the other day, which was I thought was really good, and whoever watched it and whoever watched it all the way through really loved and enjoyed it. It was about asking strangers random photography questions,
Oh,
and it was a cool video. And like I said, whoever watched it really, really enjoyed it, and they want more. But I was looking at my analytics for that video, right? And like it got very low retention time.
mm,
And I'm thinking, okay, the unsubscribers that are watching my content, which 60%, 65% of people that watch my videos are unsubscribers. YouTube is marketing my content to the wrong crowd. Because if you look at that video, it's fun, it's entertaining, but they're pushing that video to the wrong crowd that is not into being entertained or having fun on YouTube a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like it's kind of disheartening when the algorithms go against your content like that.
mm,
But then a gear video would get like 5,000-6,000 views overnight.
yeah.
So
But
go
yeah,
figure.
yeah. That I think for me, that's what kills it a little bit sometimes, and I have to try not to get too caught up in it because, like, I did this video about this painting that I did, and I was just like, ooh, painting. And I really loved the video, right? And because the keywords and the title doesn't, it's not getting thrown out, it got very little views, and I have to be really careful that I don't let that affect my motivation, because I know if that had Z9 in the title, it would get loads of views. And that's where what my son said comes back to me: do it for you, don't do it for anybody else.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, mine was a photo related topic, but it was just a fun, entertaining video, right?
Yeah.
So what that tells me is one thing, that YouTube is pushing my videos sometimes to people that are not interested, or that are not like, I don't know how to put this, but they just want to watch gear. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't want to know. They don't want to have fun a little bit, entertaining and stuff like that. So I was really surprised. The retention on that video, ZWave, was about it was a 6-minute video, and the average retention was like 3 minutes 60 seconds, 3 minutes 30 seconds, something like that.
So do you think that's the danger then of talking about kit a lot? Then you get stuck in that niche.
Well, one thing is that if you're doing a photo channel, right, stick to photography, right? Like, don't do other things on it, because that'll kind of, I do what you want. If you love it, do enjoy it. But
yeah.
I guess to get YouTube to cooperate with pushing, the whole key right now is for the content to be pushed out to other people that don't know you, right? Frames.
Yeah, but then cool.
Yeah. No, go on, sorry.
The thing is, though, like, I did that painting because I was making a point that I needed a break from raw files, JPEGs, and bloody technical side of photography, and I wanted to be creative, and sometimes my photography inspires me to paint, and the movie that was inspired by was like photographically amazing. Like, it was so well done, and that's what I was tapping into. And I just think, do you know what, this is relevant to my story, so a little bit of kind of vlogging I'm going to go with, and I guess just let it go if the channel doesn't grow as much as if I was just doing kit. I'm going to just try and like be true to what I love. Maybe.
Have you noticed that when you talk about camera and lens, you get more views?
Yeah, massively. It's like it is, and that's what I was trying to like build up an audience, you know, and then drop in a little bit of what I love and not just always talk about kit. But it'll go the way it goes, and that's fine.
Chuck says you're testing the Z8. Don't let him fool you.
No, if he spills the bins any further, I'm going to come there and lock him up somewhere. Chuck, don't reveal my secrets.
No, yeah, I get you, Claire. That's when you talk about the art of photography, and when you even
You know
when you
what?
show pictures.
Sorry, I'm going to talk about Chuck a little bit. I feel like that, like whenever I talk about him and I imagine him, I think I want to have it in front of me, just share a cup of tea or something, and he's just he's. I like to really actually spend time with him, like in person. He sounds like such a fun, interesting, warm personality. At the same time, very, very confrontational. He can be very confrontational. Just
Chuck?
yeah. Disagree with him. Try it.
Hey,
You're
Chuck,
always nice to him. You're always
I'm not.
nice to
I'm
him.
always nice to him.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck, are you in your studio? You're welcome to join, brother. If you want, I'll send you the
Yeah.
link. But let's see. Yeah, I guess Z-Wade says give the algorithm some time. Give the
I
algorithm some time to find the right people. It tests your subs first. If they don't hit on it, you could be effed. But if subs hit it, then it'll try to find others.
so I'll just share my experience and whatever I have observed. I don't know if you have any of you watched this channel called the Photographic Eye. The Photographic Eye, I think, yeah, that's the one. He talks about legendary photographers and photographers that inspire him, and he talks about different styles of photography. He just talks about the art of making great photos. That's it. He reads books, he talks about those books, he talks about photo books, and just talks about composition. And suddenly I remember a year and a half back, he was like, what, I think 4-5 thousand subscribers. Today he's close to 100,000 subscribers.
Wow.
He never touches gear. He never talks about gear. So like while I'm like buying the 85 and talking about the 85, he he will buy a dozen books and he'll talk about those books.
Oh, amazing.
Right? So he'll
Love
probably
that.
buy some 50 100 books with the same money that I spent on this lens, and then he'll talk about that. So
Photography books.
photography books and
Yeah.
books on painting, or even literature at times, like you have this, like art style, literary styles, right? So you kind of he'll talk about a certain time and how art was or painting was looked at in a certain way, and how that influenced photography and things like that.
Yeah.
So and then I love your frames. Thanks, AP Chuck. So we'll talk about the 26 very soon, but before that, that's a trap. That's a trap right there. But you know, if you look at that's one example. That's one example. Let's also talk about now the Fuji channels. You'll see a lot of um, Fujifilm channels. They are primarily street photography channels. They just go out, shoot, and share the experience of walking the streets in London that day, for example. Okay, and then that's a story for them to share. And then they'll also talk about, make some comments, some observations about the lens that they use, or the filter that they use, or the you know or the camera that they use, and what it was like, or the condition. It was raining that day, how my XT3 or XT5 or X Pro 3 held up against bad weather and all that. But then suddenly, but then gear is only in the context of his experience of the day, right? And look at those channels, they're doing very well. The kind of views they get is so high. I think what YouTube rewards is consistency, because like Zio had said, that they have to figure out what kind of content is the right fit for what kind of audience. Now whenever I upload a Nikon video, I see some views, good views, decent, I mean, for my size of my channel. If I talk about a Canon lens or a Sony lens or Sony Canon camera, I mean, there's no views at all. Very, very little, because uh, YouTube knows that my audience does not use Canon or Nikon. But then, what at one time, about a month back, the XT5 was getting launched. So I with the Fuji India, and I had some accidentally, like luckily, they gave me the camera XH2 and XT5. I made 2 videos for them, and then in the sense that I talked about those 2 cameras in 2 videos and followed that up with XT3. So they were like back to back 3 4 5 videos on Fuji, and suddenly the views are going up because I was sort of training the YouTube algorithm to find the right
Yeah,
audience
but
for.
what if you talk about like photography and no gear? You just want to talk about the
Yeah,
art.
but you have to give it a year. You have to give it a year, consistently do 2 3 videos every week, and then build up your audience. Get the right, people who want to just talk about photography and not so much of gear. I mean, they're happy to take photographs, pictures with their phones, but that's a different. I think it's about that, and but gear has instant success. Gear has a certain amount of instant success. Because there's curiosity, there is fresh news. You talk about something, or there's rumor going on, so there's recency, meaning there is people who are searching today about something that happened yesterday, right? But that's gear. Now, if I talk about an old lens, you're not going to get so many views because it's kind of old news, right?
So
But if you
yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
but the evergreen ideas of photography, if you talk about composition, rule of thirds, or how to break rules of those rules, and if you talk about color versus black and white, printing and texture and blah blah blah, there's so much to it, right? And then, or one type of landscape versus architectural, then suddenly you're talking to people who are generally interested in it. These things are not timeline based, as in they're sort of evergreen, so you're always interested to know more about it. But I think that takes patience, that takes more time, and it's a different kind of, just a different kind of job, I think.
I think Claire, I think yeah, if you're feeling frustrated or whatever it is on YouTube, you just have to like say, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to teach? Do you want to share your art? Do you want to talk about gear? Do you want to review? What is it that you enjoy doing? And just zero down on that niche. But yeah, real quickly, Powerful Bible Promises says, have you ever anyone tried the 26 pancake yet? I haven't.
No. um
Cool little lens, a little overpriced though.
yeah, yeah, no, it's really overpriced.
Yeah. Um
And I can tell you, in my market in India, it's like even the retailers are there, kind of the camera stores are like, what is this lens for? How am I going to sell it? What is the expectation out of me? Like they can hardly sell the 28, and then there's this 26. The, yeah.
Hey Drew, I know I got your message and yeah, I just have to get around to changing the battery. um what's going on in the HP? Nothing much, man. Nothing much. It's been dead. I have a question. What is my channel about? What is Chuck's channel about? Um Photography, just getting together, and it's a club, Chuck.
Yeah,
Getting together and talk, right?
I think you're broadly right.
Yeah. So where everybody knows
No,
your
but then,
name.
but that doesn't give a definition to the channel. So I think you need to think more. What is it to you?
What is it to who?
You, Chuck.
Chuck?
Yeah.
What is it to Chuck? Yeah,
No, what is it
he's
to you, Chuck's channel? What is it to you? What is it about?
like I said, everybody knows your name. It's like a bar where people get together, a round table, people talk photography, people come and ask questions, they join the chat, anybody could join the panel. So it's fun, a fun place. But he rants. I look forward to those photo rants that he has.
I think his channel is about this idea that you deserve to want more.
Yeah. Well, he's doing great because his streaming numbers are good. His ratio to subscribers, wow, man, you're killing it, AP. No one else is that. I see channels that have like 100,000 subscribers, and then when they go live, they have like 10 people watching. His his channel like 50 constant, which is good. And that, you know what that's from? That's from consistency, Claire. When you're consistent, people know about the time slot. People know, okay, it's whatever, Wednesday or Saturday, or what am I doing? Let me watch it. So it's cool.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Vagan. So how many different places do you have to do you shoot your videos in? Like, this looks like a different setup from the, like, you have 2 3 rooms, right? Two three
Yeah, this
different.
is my office. So I have my home, my office. I don't mix. I try not to do my stuff at home. You know what I mean? Like you see others, you see different backgrounds. That's just my personal space, but it's better to shoot at my home because it looks
Yeah.
nicer. But here is just where clients, like
But I like this more. This looks more like more
yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
But I like to go out and about. You know what I mean? So hey, ZWade has a question for Claire. Do only what you love. Oh, it's not a question; it's a statement. It's harder once you've grown more. I switched from gear focus to a visual entertainment focus months ago, and it's finally going hard again.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And do like I think
For a
collaboration.
moment, I thought Z8 shifted to Sony.
No, he bought it just to review it.
He
No,
bought it and then what? He sold it
I
off
think
or
he
what?
returned it or something, or he rented it. I don't know. But be consistent. You know what you do. Even if you have to upload once a week only, just do that
Yeah.
once a week. You know, don't because I know you were trying to do one every day. It's like
I did, right. So what happened was I was going to shoot every day with the time that I had the Z9 diaries, the Z9, right? So I was going to shoot every single day. Then I was going to take my time and edit and put them out as and when. But I think when we had the last interview, you guys thought I meant I was putting a video out a day. So I was like, oh shit, I better do that because that's what they thought. Do you see what I mean? So then I was like committed to shooting every day and then putting a video out a day. And yeah, it was too much. I totally agree. It was definitely too much. And I didn't plan to have this 8-day gap that I just had, but life happened. So I do plan to get back into a bit of a regular swing of like a couple of videos a week.
yeah, I'm like you.
See,
I'm like you. I say I'm gonna do fewer videos, but I end up uploading
see,
one every other day.
Phew.
Hey, Frames, how dare you accuse
the
me of shooting Sony?
the tragedy is that
Frames,
apparently,
are you there,
can you hear me?
Frames?
Yeah, of course. What? You can't hear me?
Look at the screen.
Yeah, I saw. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay. So the tragedy is that he says something and then he says, I'm joking.
Who? Z-Wade?
Yeah, he had to clarify. Like,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Like, okay.
Good afternoon, fellow photographer friends. What's going on, guys? So I'm just trying to get the swing of this thing. I really like this live stream. I really like it. I gotta be honest, man. I like what Chuck's doing over there. I like the whole free flowing kind of like, hey, whoever wants to join, here's the link, and just anybody could join. It's cool, man. I like that conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I would love for the bigger guys, the bigger names to get involved with the community, but sometimes, they're busy or they don't want to be associated with certain people, or it's the psychology of YouTube. Sometimes it's funny. One thing, Frames. One thing that I noticed,
Yeah.
some people like they they watch my video and like they leave like a really like comment, like just going after me, like saying you should have done this, or why do you do this, or like using me as like a punching bag, right? Because they're frustrated.
Hmm.
And the same time they go into a different channel, the same topic and the same things are discussed, and they're so nice to them. Like, oh, you were right. It's like, well, what the heck,
Oh,
I find that hilarious. Like, change your
How,
tune.
like, you follow them and see what they're writing
No,
on
I
your
don't.
yeah.
comment.
I
What
don't follow anybody, but you when I watch a video and
I
I look at the
accidentally
comments,
find out that those guys have got
huh?
nonsense.
It's just funny. That's all.
You follow them and then find out what that guy is writing on someone else's channel.
No, but when I'm
Yes.
commenting in it,
Otherwise, it's impossible to find out. You do you remember the
I'm just saying sometimes.
Z8? Listen, there goes Vagan. This guy, this has written this to me on my channel. Let me find out what else he has written. Goes to his channel, checks the last 5 comments. Do you do that, Z8? I'll tell you something. Jared Polin, you remember that chat about year and a half back?
Yes, that was a classic.
Yeah, and his golden words were, "I never read comments. I never read comments. You
I
guys,
remember that.
yeah. First mistake you guys make is you read comments." I'm like,
My ass, he doesn't read comments.
yeah, exactly. Like you are doing a video with us in response to our videos, and you're saying you don't read comments. Apparently, that was sent to him by what, Vanessa Joy. Apparently,
I don't know, but
yeah.
he's full of crap sometimes. But everybody, like, it's good to read comments. No, I don't follow them to over there. No, I'm watching the video and I happen to notice that that same person
Liar,
commented on this person's video and
liar.
left a love letter for the creator, and at the same time coming out and expressing their frustrations out on me. It's like, oh man, slow down.
It feels personal sometimes, though, doesn't it?
It doesn't. Not to me. I don't care.
Doesn't it? Oh, doesn't it? Wow.
No, I honestly, I'm over that. Frames
That's-
too, right? He doesn't care.
No, I always write back. I always write back and answer back. I never let it, like, even if I have to get nasty, I just go. So, but I'm not going to take shit. Sorry. Is it a family channel? Okay, I shouldn't care. Um,
Uh,
it's definitely to Z. You should see. Yeah. He's got a Z8.
oh, I like that channel.
Mm.
Wildlife channel.
from Greg?
Z8 says, no, I don't stalk rude. No, I didn't mean that you do. I said, okay, yeah. I asked you whether you do that or not. Yeah.
Oh, you know
You
what Z-Wave
delete-
does, right?
Oh,
You know what Z-Wave does, right? He doesn't care. He blocks
he
people.
deletes them. I see.
Oh, all right, yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
The
Now I
other
give
thing,
it.
the other thing I do is that, hey, thanks for commenting. Thanks for writing a controversial comment. Let me write more on this. Let other people join in. Thanks for making this a bit more viral than it ever had a chance to be. So, at times I've done that as well. Mhm. Claire, do you want to have fun or grow? No, I don't believe that. That's not true at all. No. Don't listen to the wise man. Okay, that's not. If they're both at loggerheads, it's going to be pain either way. Like you have fun, but you don't grow. Shit. You want to grow and then you don't have any fun. Shit. Both are bad. So the whole task is to get them together and then find a way there.
One thing I'm not going to do is kill my passion for photography again, like I did before.
Yeah.
So that is why I just have to be true to what I feel like doing. And then if that resonates, it resonates, because what I've done in the past is done photography for everybody else except me. And I nearly never went back to it. And I'm enjoying it now. So I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Z8 is a funny guy. Look at him. He says, I only delete or block under extreme criteria. Before I was monetized, I used to verbally abuse trolls until they removed their own comments. Worked every time too. Oh my god. He verbally abused them to submission. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
He's such
YouTube.
a funny guy, man.
YouTube is
He's a funny guy.
like YouTube is a good place, a funny place. It's a learning process, but you never know. Like I said, you put out a video that you think is really good, but it just doesn't do well, and then you another video that you really thought nothing about, like, goes over the moon. It's weird, so
I think when I was I think it can get inside my head a little bit. Like I can get really hyper focused on something and then I have to have variety. I have to have other stuff going on. And I think like the title of your video, it got me thinking about that because you said how to make money and still love photography, even though I'm not actually making any money right now. So that's kind of quite funny. But what I've realized is that it's like a relationship, right? For me with photography, it's like if you're in each other's pockets 24/7, you get a bit complacent, maybe you stop making so much effort, maybe things just feel a little bit routine, and the magic and the passion can go, and that's what it's like with photography for me. So I have to have other things going on, other work even to run alongside it, so I don't get that kind of boredom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to change the conversation with your permission, Vagan, the conversation a little bit. I think YouTube, what works or doesn't work, it's fine. I think it's relevant to you, me, Claire, Vagan, and Z8. But I think what all of us care about is, I think you started the show with a great question. Uh, what is what is photography to you? I think it's a good time to ask that question um, because there's just so much going on that everything about photography take your mind can potentially take your focus and mind away from photography, isn't it? So
Yeah.
that's number one. And number two, like Claire said, that the the joy of this whole thing is so important, especially to me, that I don't want to lose it. I mean, I kid you not, when I have bad times, like terribly bad times, I feel like taking extreme decisions. Um, at times, this is just almost like rehab for me. At times, I don't know if that's the right expression, but at times it brings me back to the center. Photography,
Yeah,
just it is such a peaceful exercise for me to go through, and I'm pretty sure that for professionals who depend on it for income and to run a family, it could be different. And
yeah,
it could be different, but I have also seen people talk about photography for money and photography for joy, and they're able to somehow separate it. They even have separate kits for that. For example, you have one set of brands that, like, they use Sony for photography for business, but then they're going to use a Pentax or a Fuji for themselves, and that's therapy for them.
that's a good idea.
And isn't it? So I think that's a great conversation to have. And like Chuck said, that this is purely for fun, right?
So wait,
But hmm.
so wait, you do the YouTube thing because it brings you back to photography? Are you talking about
So
that?
yeah, I do the YouTube thing because um it allows me to, so everything that I shoot, it's an outlet for me to sort of put it together and just show you what I've been doing. For example, and also, of course, to share my enthusiasm and my excitement about things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard, guys. If with me, it's kind of like, I have a business to do event photography, but that's really not my number one passion.
What is your
Well, the event photography is not. It's fun, but I like portraits. I like running the show. You know what I mean? Like I like going out and doing my way, my things my way, my time. Um, but again, doing that, you have to kind of make a living. So you gotta conform to the photography. First of all, to make money off photography it's hard. To have your
Yeah.
own business, to
Yeah.
to make money to support a family just on photography it's tough these days.
Yeah,
That's number
definitely
one.
agree.
Number two, to run a channel on the side, you guys don't understand. Like, I lose money doing this YouTube thing because I can be out networking for my business. I can. So I lose money doing this. I love it. I love doing Vahagraphy, but I lose money because I don't make I don't. I can be making more if I concentrate on just the business. But the YouTube thing is really not. Unless you have like a lot of followers and you're big, you can start getting sponsors and start kind of making a living.
Yeah.
But even like the biggest channels on YouTube, right? Like if you look at the biggest channels on YouTube, like for example, a million sub channels, they still rely on their sponsors because the AdSense is not enough. It's a joke, really. So you can make a living off YouTube. I would love that situation because then you can go shoot for yourself. You don't have to be relying on people. You can hire client, you can hire models, you can hire, the subject, the portrait that you want. But I think for me, the best situation for me that make me happy is to kind of be like portrait photographer, like just a well-known portrait photographer where big names know you, like Anna Leibovitz, right? She has like my dream job. Like she has my dream job. Anna Leibovitz has what I'm looking for. She makes a lot of money doing what she loves, and that's great. Also connections. So, hey, Tim Mackin, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck to all of you. I am still shooting D800 and I want to upgrade, but I think D850 is a nice option. But it depends what the Z8 is going to be. I have a nice day, afternoon and evening. Yeah. The D850 is a great camera. My D850, I had bad luck because I've dropped it a couple times and it back focused on me. But my D800 was perfect. Like my D800 was such a good camera. It never gave me a problem and it's still going. Bought it brand new in 2012, and it's still rocking, So great camera.
Can I?
Hey, thanks, Tim.
Yeah, you can cut in.
Can I ask Frames something?
Sure.
Yeah.
Photography related.
Okay.
Did I don't know where I saw this or heard this, but I think you mentioned you did some writing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like, tell me about
that. Okay.
Was that you do writing or was that BS?
Yeah.
No. So see, like, I'm in advertising, right? So I'm an advertising guy. So I'm fundamentally a writer.
Wow.
So yeah. So like, how do you sell a product? You do write it. Like for example, this is the TT Artisan 7 Artisan actually, 35. Yeah, 0.95. If I have to sell it to someone, how? Like, I have to write a line for it about 50 times and then cross out 35 of them, share the rest of the 15 with someone and see what works or doesn't work. So storytelling and writing is something that I've been doing professionally.
Yeah,
Right?
that was it. Storytelling. That's what I remember now.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Storytelling.
Yeah. So, but then the thing about storytelling is that it also it really depends on style. Meaning, if you look at Hollywood movies, for example, they're like, if you watched a good Hollywood movie, you'd have probably watched like hundreds of them because they follow similar plot patterns, character development, just like same thing, right? So they have different visual treatments, and the character names will change, and context will change, but broadly it's the same plot. But but that works for a certain kind of market. But you see another sort of movie, a sort of cinema which is very good, but it doesn't work because it's not commercially viable, because not enough people will like that story. So just because you do storytelling doesn't mean that it is going to be liked by a lot of people. It depends on what really works for the largest base. So popular ways of storytelling, for example, if we look at Peter McKinnon, he does storytelling, but the way he does it is very, like, it's liked by most people. My kind of storytelling, only few people will like it. My sensibility, my nuance is
It's
probably
a
not.
niche. It's a niche.
Yes, it's niche. It won't be as popular. But then I can try and be like a Peter McKinnon, but I won't be authentic, number one. At the same time, I won't be able to sustain that because I don't love doing it. So it is important. I think the success is where what the market wants in terms of storytelling and what kind of stories you want to tell. And whenever you discover that sort of middle ground, when the Venn diagrams kind of I mean, Venn diagrams, like the meeting point between what most people like to. So, for example, one example is camera conspiracy. I don't know if you've watched that guy, Camera Conspiracy. Okay, just check out his channel. He started his YouTube journey with a channel called
Hey,
Veggie.
let me ask you about him. Do you
Uh,
like him personally? What
yeah,
do you
I
think
think
of him? You
I think he's
do?
a very I think he's a very very interesting guy. He's the best thing about him is he's genuine. He's not pretending.
But can you
He's
take him seriously though? Like, because every other line is a joke.
yeah. He says I hate this lens,
He's very
but
sarcastic.
yeah, he'll say I hate this lens, but I expect you to be a fool. So since you're going to buy this lens anyway, and you're not going to listen to me, click on the link below and buy it.
And here's a
So
guy that has
it's amazing. I
120,000.
mean, I his sense of humor is unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the reason he's able to be funny every time is um because he's not trying to be someone else, because he's
well,
found his own. Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
that's the
First of all, if you there's guys. I mean, you have to think. I mean, you have to. There's guys out there that might think he's not funny, right?
yeah, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
but Bhagan, that's the whole point.
That's
No,
why you
I
may
know.
as well.
I know that, but like for me, it's like every other line is sarcastic. He's a very sarcastic guy. So is he serious? Is he? I guess it's working because he has over 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and it grew so fast.
here's the thing: like with YouTube, guys, I'll get to your questions in a minute. On YouTube, like it's hard to balance what you love and what gets you success because what
That's
you
exactly what Chuck said, but I think that is a reality. It's like saying, okay, I have, let's say, raw chicken, okay, and I want to have a nicely cooked meal, but I don't have a nicely cooked meal. I have to put in some work to get to what I want. I'm saying the reality is that I have to get the right spices, ensure that I have the right utensils, and then I cook the right food in the right way. I should have the skills. I'm saying that the task, the whole job is to make it fun and make it work for you.
yeah.
That's the whole task. I mean, if you're able to make it work for you but it's not fun for you, you're going to do it for 5 months. You're not going to be able to sustain it. because
Yeah.
because like Vagan, it's so much hard work to put out one video. There's so much research, so much editing. I mean, even a simple looking video, there's so much work behind it, so much. Now if you want to be consistent, which is the mantra on YouTube, which means, like I said, that if you're consistent on a single topic, a genre of conversation, you're going to the algorithm is going to know that this is the content, this is the guy, and that's my audience. Now for that to happen, that connection to happen over a period of time, we all need to be consistent. I can only be consistent if it's interesting.
Consistency.
Yeah, so there is no fun versus growth. There is fun and growth.
Yeah.
Without fun, there's no growth on YouTube.
Yeah, that's
In
what Chuck said, right? He said
Yeah.
you can.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
no.
no.
Chuck
I don't
said that.
agree. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, if you're not enjoying it, we cannot grow on YouTube.
I'll tell you right now. If I don't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. I enjoy this. Whoa,
Yeah,
like I
that's
enjoy
the
this.
whole
And
point.
you know what makes it great? Like, well, you know what makes it even
Yeah.
more fun is where there's a possibility that you can actually supplement your income doing this. I'm not saying fully support your life. No, that's going to take a lot of work and a lot of luck, but you
Mhm.
can kind of supplement your income if
Yeah.
and that's why we always ask, hey, if you want, you guys can send in a super chat or donate whatever. I never ask for coffee donations, because I don't know
Yeah.
about that, but
You can ask.
there is a super
Guys,
chat button.
can you do the coffee donation thing right now? Just as a,
Hey, Frames, how come you never go live, dude?
I have to set this whole thing up. And I don't want the embarrassment of not a single person showing up because
Come on, who cares? You know
yeah.
what though? Look,
Who I'm going to talk to myself. Hello there.
like for
Put a
me,
mirror,
for
put a
me,
mirror against and just talk to myself.
no, for me, like
The only
yeah,
person who's going to join is ZWave.
Look, listen. For me, I have 24 viewers, but I know this thing would. I think you froze, but didn't
No,
he
no, I'm
freeze?
okay.
He's
No,
frozen.
Oh, there you go.
am I? Okay.
I have 24 viewers right now, but this thing will get hundreds of views afterwards. I mean, and I appreciate that. But yeah, you should do more live streams, man. Hey,
Listen,
QSR.
why did you
Wait,
ask everyone to subscribe to my channel? Because I'm pretty sure they have not.
I'm gonna get to that right now. But QSR, just plug in your Nikon camera to USB-C into your computer. Download the
Yeah.
Nikon firmware. What is it? What is it? The firmware? The Stream firmware,
Yeah.
or whatever it's called, and you're good to go. It'll work. That's what I'm using. That's what Frames is using. So
Basically, you download the software on your laptop or computer, MacBook, just install it, and then you plug in your camera. It's fine. It'll that software is basically, thanks Agnetha, thanks. That software essentially is an interface between the camera and the computer. That's it.
I always loved Agnetha's comments. She's always uplifting. Every time she comments on my videos,
She's so positive, and you know what? I found her on your channel in the comment section.
yeah, it's like you make me feel good with your comments. She's always like, "Well, okay, you know what? I'm feeling down. All right, well, she likes it, so it's cool." Like and
Yeah.
this kind of stuff. Like the views, I'll be lying if I said it doesn't motivate us. It does. When you get a lot of views on something, it motivates you to make another video. But when it bombs,
Yeah.
it's like, what the hell, man? I know you and me, Frames, have talked about this in the past privately about YouTube. But yeah, what is Albert? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Casey's very intelligent. No, he is very.
He's very fun, very intelligent. I don't think anyone can be fun without being intelligent. So
He's very
I think,
interesting
yeah,
person.
like
Very interesting
he
person.
he essentially renamed bokeh to tone. Like that's a feat in itself. Do you know about it? So, for example,
Okay, yeah.
Claire,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell the story, Claire.
Phony
Because
Tony.
yeah, so I think Tony and Chelsea Northrop. So Tony did a video one day where he was like, one is a very expensive 1.2 lens in front of that, and he was talking in front of the lens, and there's nothing, everything behind him was bokeh. Like you can't figure out where he is. The entire thing is bokeh, right? So Casey picks that up. The camera conspiracy guy, Casey picks that up and says that, what is this snobbery? What is this? What are you trying to do? We're trying to show off your expensive lenses. So then he basically he started referring to the background blur as tone, not bokeh. And every time after that, he constantly kept talking. This is a 24 to 105 f tone 4. He will never say F4 anymore. He just talks about tone 2, tone 4, tone 2.8, and then the internet picked it up. And so I think this to be able to allow yourself to be crazy or to be yourself for such a long time, and to not feel ashamed of it, I think that's a great skill. That's
Yeah.
like being comfortable in your own skin, and
Yeah.
and that's what, like, people want to see who you really are. Like
Yeah.
I have a lot, like I'm very, like I don't come out. I'm very hesitant. I don't think I'm still real mean in front of the camera.
The
Um,
thi- the
it's
thing
tough.
is, it's like we may as well be ourselves because we're all different for a reason and we're all going to resonate. It's like if we just put out channels that are unique, we'll all
Yeah,
resonate with different people. We don't want a whole load of YouTube channels all the same. And fuck the algorithm. Sorry.
that's fine. I think you
Yeah.
should be. You should say that more often. You say that. Yeah. You're talking about being yourself, and oops, sorry.
Oops.
Do you curse a
Yeah,
lot?
yeah. That's what I mean
Claire,
myself.
Claire, do you curse a lot
No,
in
not
real life? Oh,
really.
okay.
Not really. A little bit, maybe.
Hey, by the way, feel free to cut in anytime. I know we like to talk a lot. Hey, Hank says it's all about personal branding. I have an important photography question. Z8 says, "What's the best flavor of Doritos?"
So I'll tell you what he does. He's kind of he writes a comment, and he thinks of, oh, what should I write next? Let me think of something weird. Man,
Hey, you
Z8
and
is so
Z8 should do a
funny.
live stream. You and Z8, it'd be interesting.
It's so funny, man.
Go back to my question. What was your question, Chuck?
We won't go back to your question, Chuck.
LOL. Everyone is working. Okay. Everyone's working
Frames,
now.
it didn't stop me in the beginning. What is Chuck talking about? What didn't stop him in the beginning? When was the beginning? Your beginning was a long time back.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
What are you talking about, Frames?
you don't know what
Ni-
I'm talking about. Come on.
Nikon utility app. Yeah, that's what it's called. Hello from Maryland. That's James's always opening comment. Hello from Maryland.
Uh-huh.
uh I will be out for a bit working. Okay. What's going on here? I have seen streamers have problems while streaming with H. Hey man, it works for me. I don't have a problem. Works for me great. I have a Z6 connected, and hey,
I have a Sony A7 IV.
you're doing
Look,
Twitch,
look,
so who
look,
cares?
look at the autofocus. Look, there is no exposure there, right? It's in the shadow. Look, this is where Nikon fails. Damn you, Nikon. Damn you. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god, this is amazing.
No, but you're right. You're right. Like everybody should do their own thing and just be. I guess just
Now I'm gonna lose a few subscribers because I praised Sony.
no, you probably gain.
Bye bye.
Hey guys, by the way, I'll tell you guys right now, subscriber counts when they go up, they really motivate the creator to do
Yeah.
better. So
Yeah.
guys, right now, FramesTM and Claire School
Yeah.
Photography channel
Yeah.
and FramesTM, go there. I have the link in the description if you can't find
Yeah.
it. Click on that and just subscribe to the channel, man, because it really motivates. Because right now, even me, like I was like, you know what am I doing? Sometimes I say, I can be doing something a little better with my time if people don't really appreciate what I do, right?
Mm.
So I was thinking, or I can make more money because I can go out and shoot for a living. But I really enjoy this and I really like the community. I really, I've propped up a lot of smaller channels with my videos, but I think now it's time to kind of like think about my own channel now, and how I can grow because look, compared to 100,000 subs channel, I'm a small channel too. You're not going to see 100,000 sub channel shout me out. I don't know why, but I think they're worried about you taking their watch time, because if you take their watch time, then that means their videos get less and less views. That it's going to hurt them. That's the way they think. I'm not agreeing with that. I'm thinking that's the way what they think. So maybe that's what, I would love to have somebody. Can you imagine if like a million sub channels shouted you out right now? You'd probably grow like 2,000 subs overnight.
Say a prayer.
Huh?
Say a prayer.
Say a prayer? I mean, like I said, for me, YouTube is not like I can just stop this tomorrow and like I would just go on with my life, right? But a guy like Jared Polin, he can't stop tomorrow because if his channel goes away, like imagine if something happens to YouTube, right? What happens to Jared Polin's business? It's gone.
This is like, yeah, this is a thing. Like for me, with the way the world is and the way everything's going, like I'm really conscious of not putting, like, not that I am, but because I'm not even at 1,000 subscribers yet. But I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, and I don't want to rely on, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like Frames, he has a day job. He's marketing director.
Yeah.
I'm a professional photographer. I have
Not
my
director.
clients. Do I enjoy YouTube more than shooting weddings? Sure, I do. But you got to go out there and make money. So
Yeah. You have to be known in the community where you live as well as on YouTube, because you just don't know what's going to happen.
That or hit the lottery like this one guy did.
Who? Oh yeah.
This one guy, Nick, like they hit
Yeah.
the $2 billion Powerball. Like it was like
Oh.
the gas station is like,
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chuck. Shit.
what? Chuck? Hey, Chuck. Uh,
Listen, I
You're
want to
funny,
talk
man.
about this lens, and I'm going to do a review of this lens. So, yeah, any day
Rock and
now.
roll.
So this is the what? This is the 7 Artisans 35.95. Can you believe that? So when I tried there you go. When I tried the Nikon Noct, the 58.95, I was blown away by the image quality. Oh my god, what a lens! I never knew a manual focus lens could focus so smoothly, so effortlessly. It
Oh,
was
the
so good.
knocked.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have it right. You're a proud owner of the Noct. You're a proud owner of the Eye of the Night. What a lens! What a lens! So
I
then
love
then I
that
thought I
lens.
want to have a Noct. So I wanted to. I started looking for like a a cheap, not even affordable, cheap 0.95 lens. And then I found this for my Fuji. This thing you can also get for Z mount and for Sony. Another lens that I found was is a 50 f1 by Cosina Voigtlander. I think they have this lens for Sony already. I think they might have also launched a lens for the Z mount as well. It's an expensive lens, but 50 f1. It's been for the Leica users have been using that lens for a while now.
Hey,
Um, Very curious.
Seven
Mm.
Artisans makes good lenses. I
Yeah.
use the I have the cinema lens that they have, the 12 millimeter.
Hmm.
It's so sharp, built well. And TT Artisan.
Hmm.
Some guy asked me in the comments of my video, "Hey guys, by the way, if you haven't seen that video that I'm talking about asking strangers photography questions, so I went up to strangers on the street and asked them random general photography questions like what's shutter speed, what's aperture, right? And
Good idea.
the response, you didn't see it. How come you didn't see it? What the
I,
heck?
I've been really busy. Sorry, Vagan. I'll
Okay,
watch it.
okay, it's all right. After this, you'll watch it. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's my latest video. So, and it was a fun
Oh,
video.
when did you upload it? Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday morning.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So someone in the comments asked me, are you using the new 8512 for this video, right? The Z $3,000 lens. I'm like, no, man, I'm using a TT Artisan 50 millimeter 1.4 manual focus, $150 or no, $200 lens. It's a Z mount lens. He's like, no way. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you're manual focusing there? Yeah. Manual focusing there. So really, you don't just spend that much money if you're just doing those kind of videos. I think that's a gorgeous lens. Costs $200. Very underrated lens. Um, you know, perfect for that. Smooth focus when you're doing video. Your video's off frames, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just changing the battery. The battery died.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Let's get into this real quick. Oh, here we go. ZWave and Hank. Hank, personal branding doesn't work. She-Wade has been personally branding herself as an exotic dancer for years to no success. Might be branding, probably the beard. Branding, I mean, like I said, do what you enjoy. If you come out with a brand and you have this little jingle in the beginning, it's fine. Um, and here's another thing, Claire. 98% of our YouTube for photo channels are men. Okay, men
Mm.
watch our videos mostly.
Yeah.
90 my videos at least. I guarantee you if I start putting half naked women on my videos and taking pictures of them, the viewership will just go crazy.
Mm.
It's all on the content too. That's one interesting fact, that you want to grow fast, do stuff like that, half naked
Right.
women, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the tip. Shall I just start shooting in my underwear? Do you dare me?
Hey Claire, there's a photographer out in Florida. She does that.
Really?
She's a boudoir shooter,
Yeah.
and she does her tutorials in her lingerie.
Oh, hi. Oh, he's gone again.
So she
Yeah.
does her tutorials on her lingerie, and
Yeah.
skyrocket. Her channel blew up all of a sudden.
The thing is, I don't know. I want to grow because I inspire people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like anyway, enough of that. Can I tell you about my book?
sure.
I wanted to tell Frames because like you said before, you're into he's frozen again.
Are you frozen,
Oh.
Frames?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. We're back.
Yeah,
Now he's back.
no, I just had my first book published this week. They literally just sent it to me. I'm so excited. So I got it right here. I've got like a whole pile of them. Dun, dun, dun.
Your book?
Yeah, this is my book. I wrote this in 2020,
Piano Fingers.
and it's just been sent to me.
Oh,
I
you can
can't
buy
see
that?
you.
To be, see, didn't you say you're
Can I
like
see you? I can't see.
No. We see you. It's solo.
Yeah, I know, but I want to see you. Thanks.
Okay. Didn't you say last time that you were a painter and then a dancer also and a biker and then
Oh,
now you're
motorbike. Yeah, I've got.
and
I've
you're
got
a
a
writer
motorbike.
and you're a writer and okay.
He's not frozen. He's narcoleptic. Hey, Claire, can people buy that book?
My God, that's some heavy English. What's that? What does it mean? Is it Greek?
Narcoleptic.
Don't
Hey,
know.
Claire, tell us about that book, little. What is it about?
Yeah, so shall I read the back to you? It's not very long.
Sure.
When Damien touches the keys of the old brown piano, he is filled with a sudden desire to play like never before. As he performs, the instrument seems to glow with magic, and Damien feels a new level of consciousness rise within him. Inspired by true events, this lively story blends elements of music, magic, and fantasy to create an uplifting tale that will appeal to both children and adults. As Damien's passion for the piano grows, he discovers a whole new world of possibility and wonder.
I mean, since you're a writer, you're asking me about, you're testing me about whether I write or not. Fantastic, bravo. And
No, I like
you have things up your sleeve because you're gonna now take one thing out and you're just testing the audience. Great, good going. But I'm saying, since you already have this, why don't you like why don't you talk about this? Maybe do a photographic version of this. I'd be very interested to watch.
Yeah. No, when I came off the live stream before, there was something I said to Adam. I didn't realize that Frames was into writing, right? I really want to tell him about my book, and I was going to email you, and then I thought, no, I'll just wait and talk to you about it on the next live stream. I wasn't testing.
Frames writes for Playboy.
Do you really?
No.
Yeah. Do I look like that? Okay.
Hey,
Claire is too talented. And ZWave says that narcoleptic means I have a sleep disorder. That's true. I do have a sleep disorder.
you
Thanks to
don't
Vahagraphy.
sleep well, or
He
what?
does midnight shows like, hey, Frames, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you want to come online and do a video with me?
Hey, you know what? Like Agnetha makes a good comment here. Yeah, the best guess. So basically, when I re-up this channel, when I re-up this live stream, I kind of really want to talk about photography, but live too. Like just like photographers talking about everyday topics, not just like I don't want a guest come on here and talk about himself all day or herself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of, I think that to me is like, okay, well, we've seen your work. Okay, what lens are you using? Okay, that's boring. I want to get your take on life. I want to get your take on like the world, like what's going on right now. You know, it's crazy what's going on, but like, what is your day to day? Like just fun stuff, you know, like this, that we're having like a talk. We could be sitting around at a bar right now, having a few beers and talking about these kind of things that we're talking about here with an audience. So it's cool. I enjoy photography because it is a way of art. Yeah, Paul Julian, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. I haven't
And
seen
he's
you
got a
around these
nice
circles.
portrait of himself there. Nice, Julian.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Hey, thanks, Agnetha. I think that's very encouraging and really very, very kind of you, Agnetha.
Sorry, that's the guy that I watched.
Kevin?
Him, yeah.
Kevin Nordstrom?
Oh.
Yeah, I've watched. Yeah, I really like his videos. He's got a good way about him.
YouTube is tough to grow. I think community growing is important.
Yeah.
You want to grow fast, be another tech channel. I agree. The algorithm is shit, I guess he's trying to say. The $2 I make from a 20-hour video. 20-hour video. Yeah, it's really nothing. I mean, like you get 1,000 hits on a video, you make like what, like freaking $1 or something? What, $8?
See, one more thing I must talk about is that we have to acknowledge that you did join YouTube late. You see,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not doable right now, but
It's harder.
yeah,
I started late and you started very late. Okay.
Yeah.
I started late too. Like 2020 is late. I think in 2020, when everybody was home, I think a lot of channels popped up. Let me do a YouTube
Yeah.
channel, right?
Yeah.
So it's all good, man. You know what? It's all good. It depending on where you're coming from. Like me, like I said, I work, but I'm doing this on the side. It's hard because I have to take time out of my job.
Yeah.
It's good to get the support. You know what I mean? Like if I get a sponsor right now, it'll be great. Okay, let me bring you another example. There's a guy, Chuck, for example, right? Chuck, he's retired guy. He doesn't work. He's retired. His angle is different. He's at home. He likes to talk photography, but he's not working anymore. You see what I'm saying? Like he's in his retirement years. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or are you retired, Chuck? I don't know. Maybe you're not, but I think you are. But for us, I don't think you guys are ready to retire. I mean, so it all depends, what you're doing, and plus what your goals are.
I just set out to inspire people. Like
Worrying about people showing up to my stream, it doesn't matter. You won't know what this comment is about when you read it. People.
That is for me.
Huh?
The last sentence was for me because I said once, what is he talking about?
Yeah. I mean, like I said,
but I want to go back to one thing that you said, that that because the audience is mostly male, so therefore, like if you do not naked, but some whatever type of shoot you'll get. But there are quite a few channels who are already doing that. I mean,
there's what?
There are quite a few photography channels who are doing just that. They're just getting models in bikinis, stuff like that, and just shooting and just and they get quite a lot of views. That's true, but
what sort? What sort of you like? Not being. Yeah, I don't know.
No. So imagine you get some outdoor shoot, sunset, a model wearing a bikini, and maybe the channel host is a woman herself or a guy, doesn't matter. Mostly glamour shots, mostly like 10 minutes of like very light-hearted, and like there's a guy called Peter Colson. He's a serious photographer, but it looks like he does mostly footwear, right? So I think there's a market for that as well. But then I don't know if that's for everyone.
I could totally do that. I can get a studio. I can pay models to come in, the hottest looking girls, put in the laundry, I could do that. But is that what I want to do? Do I want to just put out eye candy for the subs,
It's like talking about kit if it doesn't resonate. It's all just doing what we think will get viewers and not really being true to ourselves. And I don't want to do that. I just want to ride my own energy.
that is also like gear. So you'll get a huge boost initially, but then you'll be stuck in doing that and only that. You'll develop that sort of audience, and then the algorithm figures that out.
Yeah.
Then you are in that cycle, you're in that trap. You can't come out of it. You have to.
But wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I have a question for that. Like before that, I want to read Z-Wade's comment. He says, Vahagan, you have to dive in YouTube full time and enjoy bologna and noodles forever. Yeah, right. Nah, I like my steaks, man.
Yeah, this is a very good point. I think Z-Wade makes, and Z-Wade always makes such good points, and it's such a funny guy. So he to do it full time. So, for example, if you're not if I wasn't working during the day, and such a very serious, like my work is very serious, like it's very close to the senior management and stuff like that. So I'm always busy. I have to be extremely attentive and all that, right? A lot of work. If I was not doing this, and if I brought in that level of productivity to YouTube every day, I would be doing 3 videos a day. Okay, at least 2, at least 1. So I can honestly produce 30 videos in a month if I bring in my level of productivity to YouTube alone, and only that. The problem is, I do not know. It's a leap of faith. I don't know whether that's going to lead to success or not, and what's the timeline for that, and what sort of success. So the money I get paid from my job, what is the time when I'm going to break even with that? I don't know. So, um,
I think it's a balancing act, man. It's a
yeah.
balancing act. But
Therefore, it's a
hey,
balancing act. And if you're in a very serious job, it's a difficult thing to balance because
somebody
uh,
asked, "Where's Josh?" Somebody asked, "Where's Bayou Josh?" Here we go. Tim. He goes, "What happened to Bayou Josh? Haven't seen a video from him for over a year." He's exactly what we're talking about here. He's doing his day job, man. He's
how do you know that?
because I talked to him.
Yeah. I thought he started using Sony and got
No,
disheartened, disappointed, got negative word photography and left it.
no.
I thought Sony killed his spirit. No, that's not
The
the truth.
pandemic was over, and he had to go back to work, and he makes good money at work. And he said, "You know what? The return I'm getting from, and I'm not, I'm. This is what I feel." He goes, "The return I'm getting from my videos versus the time I'm putting into it is not worth it for me. So I'll just go back and just shoot for myself. I don't." So that's what happened to him. He's okay though. I think he's
Look,
coming back though. I don't
look,
know what he's doing.
look at Chuck threatening me. Okay, I'm home now. Get ready.
What did Chuck may be retired, but YouTube is keeping him very busy. No, I mean, like I said, man, I love live streams. He's having fun. Chuck's having fun. I think if Chuck wasn't having fun, he wouldn't do it anymore. Right, Chuck? What is Z-Wade? Now, Vahagan, you're personally guaranteed me a platform to brag and boast about myself. Joking. I like your live stream. It's a different kind of live stream here. So, hey, this is Joe Man from Canada. Joe Man's Land.
Bye.
You know Joe Man's Land. He's cool.
Yeah, he's Joe is doing great stuff. I really like what he's doing. It's like it's fun. It's fun. It's interesting. Plus, like he's like what? He's like his in his teens, right? He's a teenager, right? Like he's like 19. No,
No, dude, he's like 28.
really. Look, he looks so
19.
young. He looks so young.
Hey, Joe, you hear that, man?
No,
I don't know if you're getting mad at him or a compliment. For me, it's a compliment if somebody says I
it
look
is a compliment. What do you
30
mean?
or something. Huh?
It is a compliment. On the other hand, Z-Wade says, I work full time. Look at, but refused to marry. I thought he was married with kids.
No, he does. He's not married.
See, there you
Okay,
go.
wait a minute. Hold on one second.
No, I wanted to show. I wanted to show what Z-Wade wrote.
Where is it?
He says I refuse to marry. He says I refuse to
Where
marry. And kids tell. So before Joe Man's Land. Yeah.
is this it?
I want to talk about this. Can we stay on this for a while?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just interrogate him. What I want to know why Z-Wade refuses to marry. I want to know why kids terrify him.
Yeah. Hold
Let's
on.
grill him. I'm waiting for him to reply.
No, you guys talk. I think Chuck wants to join for a second. Let me send him the link.
Yeah. Come
One
on.
second.
Oh damn,
One second.
he's bringing the battle to me. Oh no, let me hide somewhere.
You guys Here's the link. 1 second, guys. Live streaming is a whole nother animal, man. You guys try it sometimes if you have a channel.
No, listen. Z8, I want an I want an answer. What is it? Where in this corner wait wants to wait.
All right, Chuck, it's sent. If you want to come on, go for it. What was it? Well, you waiting for his answer?
Yeah. He says kids terrify me. Can you believe that?
Hey, Yaman. Hey, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Yaman, you're a great dude, man. Nice to see these talks back again, V. Good to see you here, Claire and Frames. Yeah, man. It's a different approach this time, Yaman. It's more of a laid back, kind of like, just talking life and photography.
Yeah.
Trying to get Claire into,
Yeah. And I'll tell you what's the secret. When Vagan says this is just a laid back style podcast, he's just speaking slow.
No.
He's just speaking slow. He's just like, it just pace it down so that it sounds laid back, more like Joe Rogan of photography. But
Are you gonna go at it with are you guys gonna go at it right now? You and Chuck?
I don't know what he has in his mind. I have
One
no
on
clue.
one?
Is he like does he gonna fight? I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. Most YouTube photography channels with the larger following began before the phone camera. Boom.
Yeah.
That's true. The new photography channels have no chance
Yeah.
to catch up. Unless you know what though? Peter McKinnon started, way after. So he's an exception. So he's doing something right. But how many Peter McKinnons are there?
Not only him, there are a lot of guys. I mean, what is this couple of Norwegian guys or Danish guys? What are the names? Hapoya, right? Matty Hapoya and the other guy,
Yeah.
the brothers, the Hapoya brothers. Because they also started late. I think they were about 4-5 years old, and they're doing great.
Did you provoke a veteran, Frames?
I think I did, and do you know? I think he's a war veteran too. Shit.
Hey, Claire, Claire. So how often do you go out there and shoot, like every day or no?
Not at the moment. No, I'm. Like I said, I went away on the spiritual retreat
Wow.
Monday to Thursday, and then I did the fashion show, but there's been a lot going on, so I've just
Okay. Well, tell you what, look, I want to get you above the 800 mark of subs. So guys, check out our channel, support.
Thank you.
You're close to that 1,000. So at least be monetized.
That'd be nice.
That'll be cool. Yeah. So this is Mozman says, did the Z8 come out yet? No, but there was something on that Nikon rumors. I think Nikon rumors has a thing against me. I think every time I send them something, like I don't get a response back. So I don't care really, but it's
so. Z8, I'll talk to you. I didn't know this was the show. Yeah, well, Z8, I'm gonna talk to you separately. Now I want your number. I'm gonna take it from Wagner. I'm gonna call you one day suddenly when you're about to go to bed. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Share your insecurities. That's funny.
I'm waiting for the veteran to join in though. Have you? Do you watch Chuck's streams, Claire?
I haven't been. No, I have seen a couple of them before.
Okay.
She was on there for
I was on
5
there.
minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
Very briefly.
What do you think of his accent?
I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember it really.
You'll hear right now.
How can you not remember Chuck's accent? I can imagine it. Like I can imagine. I can never like do that. But wow.
Russia waits for Z8 as Dune Part 2.
Okay, I
What's
didn't get
Dune
it.
Part 2? Huh?
Dune is a movie.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, but I didn't get that. I think
I
that's
was
too intelligent for you and I.
you know what? I had a
Claire is
start.
trying to sit properly because she's been sitting for a while now. She's like,
I'm in quite a lot of pain. I might have to bail in a minute.
Sure.
Sorry.
I kind of like how Chuck does things where like people go in and out whenever they want.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
he always has like one co-host like that's main, just in case he needs to, use the bathroom or grab some more M&Ms. But
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
but hey, if you need to bail, because I know it's late over there. But
Yeah, sorry.
but
My office is freezing and my
but
back.
yeah, I can tell. But if there's anything like you want to promote or let the audience know about your channel and stuff.
No, just my book, Piano Fingers.
Is that available to buy?
Yeah, it's available on pre-order. It's with the Austin Macaulay Publishers. So it's in
Austin Macaulay Publishers.
Yeah, that's what it's on there. It's on. If you just like if anybody Googled Piano Fingers Claire Middleton, it would come up. And then it's the 31st of March that it's officially being launched.
wow. So how long have you been working on this?
I wrote it in 2020. Originally, it only took me 35 days to write, but then I took about 6 months to edit it. And it's based on true events, my life, and it's very spiritual. It's the pandemic is in there as well. So yeah, it's got a lot of like self-help things thrown in there, like mental health inspirations and things. Yeah, I think you'll like it, Vagan, with your musical background.
Piano Fingers. That's cool. I got to check it out. So Google Piano Fingers Claire Middleton.
Thank you.
You get all the information on that book. And how much is it?
$7.99. It's available on ebook. I think it's $3.99 on ebook.
$3.99.
Something like that.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
For a book. Yeah, that's cool. I got to write my own book, The Psychology of YouTube.
Are you? Yeah, I do.
No.
Yeah.
I probably can,
Yeah.
Let me beat my head against this.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, guys.
All right, Claire, we look forward to more of your videos.
Yeah,
like I said, subs are very inspirational for creators, guys. Like again, 65% of people that watch my videos are unsubscribers. So subscribe, guys. It's free.
65 are unsubscribers. In my case, it's like 95 of them are not. They don't subscribe. Oh,
hey, Chuck, say hi to Claire. She's bailing.
Some information just uploaded itself on the internet.
Yeah, I heard you. Hang on, let me kill the sound here on my other stream.
Okay, Claire, I think you need to go. So
okay, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Yeah, great talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Take care, Claire.
Bye,
Claire. Thank you for coming on.
Bye.
What's up, Chuck?
What's up, guys? I've been listening to the stream the whole time. I had to take Mama to the eye doctor. Sat in the waiting room listening.
Hey, man. Thanks for coming on, man. You're the man.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Here's one of the things that I've learned on my live streams is I get so far behind I can't remember what comment is responding to what question or comment way back when. I noticed that was framed here a minute ago. What does that mean? Well, it was a response to a comment that was 15 minutes earlier.
Sorry for my ugly laughter, but it is funny.
Man, Chuck, you're really like you're natural with live streaming. It's easy for you.
Well, you kind of get better at it as you go along. And that's another comment that talking about frames here in the beginning, why don't you do live streams, frames? Well, I'm afraid nobody will show up. Well, I experienced that firsthand for the first couple of shows. And one guy said I put him to sleep. And my wife confirmed that I put her to sleep as well. So there you have it, man. That's your start.
See, but I don't have your accent. You have such a smooth,
No, you got a great accent.
rolling American accent. I can't do that. How do you do that? Can you teach me that? It's amazing.
Plus,
it's
also,
it's like
also,
smooth and like smoothened out. Like it's amazing.
also, it depends on like who you have on your stream too. Like that,
Yeah.
like how it flows. Because you might have like a peg. It's kind of like, okay, it's not going anywhere. But I kind of like what you're doing, Chuck. Like you're free flowing, kind of who anybody could join. This is not like a guest thing, like it's cool.
Well, that's the reason I asked the question, what is my channel about? And I'm curious to, always ask people, see what they think, because everybody has their idea of what this channel needs to be about. And I'm just trying to be consistent. It's going to be fun for me, or I just don't want to do it.
Listen, I have a question.
Shoot.
So I'm guessing that the AP Studio, the logo behind him is about what, 10 feet away?
Yes.
And it's not particularly blurred out. So you are using quite deep depth of field. So you're using f8 or f6?
No,
f5.6.
F4, the 14 to 30 at F4.
14 to 30, and using it at 14 mm or 20?
Let's see. That's a good question.
F4
right now at 20 millimeter.
20, right? I oh, great. I could guess everything. I click.
Yep.
Fantastic. Well done.
My hand's touching the lens hood right now. That's how close it is.
So 20 mm f4,
Yep.
and so the background light is sort of suppressed, and you have quite a bit of differential between the light that's on your face and in the background.
Yep.
So the logo really stands out. Wonderful. It's so rich.
Hey, Chuck.
World
Yes,
class.
One thing I like about it is like, when it's not about guests, it's about the community. I love
Yep.
that. Can you balance that though? Can you have a guest and the community? Can the guest interact with the community?
That's what I expect the guests to do. As you guys know, I want everybody to watch the chat and participate in the chat. Now, there are sidebars that go on in the chat when I'm doing my live streams, which I think is fantastic. That's what it's supposed to be about, is everybody having a good time, not just paying attention to what we're yammering on about on the screen. So that's one of the things that I enjoy is.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When the guests come on, I just don't want it to be about them. It just gets boring, man. Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. We all know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But if the guests have questions, like answer the questions in the comments, you know what I mean? Like if the commenters have questions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I the whole thing about other people being on the panel, I call it, because I don't know what you call it. Everybody's on live, whether it's chat or on the screen. But especially if there's somebody that, somebody wants to ask questions about what they do, what their style is, or I encourage that. That's the whole point of having, all these different folks on, is for them to engage and share what they do with,
I'm bored of talking about YouTube.
Are you?
I don't know how to be successful in YouTube.
Now that I'm on here, you're bored of talking about YouTube. Okay, I see how you are.
No, I don't want to talk about YouTube. I don't talk about Z8. I want to talk about this lens here. I want to talk about something else. The 85 1.2. I want to talk about the knocked that this the master Vahagraphy owns. And I'm saying,
well, let's talk about the 85 1.2.
Oh yeah. Oh. What do you want?
I like what you did in your video. I like that.
Thank
You know
you,
what? This is one of my rants. I'm getting ready to make another video about, thinking out loud.
I have a question though, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold your thought. Hey, Frames.
Yeah.
That idea of shooting those shots with the lighting there. Cool idea.
The lens you mean?
The B-roll, the 85 review that Chuck was talking about that you did.
Yeah. Oh my god, it took me so much time to do those. My god, it's a lot of hard work, to be honest. And I was using the Fuji. And that too on a gimbal. And I hardly use that kind of setup, so I didn't know how to, I struggled.
Hey, Chuck, did you shoot with the 85 yet?
Almost not. For the last 2 days, I battled a big time sinus infection, but I'm over that now. I don't need a bunch of attention for that. But that's been my absence. I haven't even answered all the comments on the last live stream, so I'll have to get around to that.
Yeah, man. I like I said, I like this format. I like what you're doing, and it's weird how it started though. It started with, I don't know how it started. It just started. It just grew. So
it started because this is what I wanted to do. That's why it started, and I stuck to my guns, even though so many people said it's got to be about something. This is the Seinfeld episode. What is the show about? It's a show about nothing.
See, this accusation by ZWave, I take huge, I forgot the word. I condemn it.
You condemn it.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm watching too many. I'm watching too many geopolitical videos nowadays. Every country is condemning the other country. Everyone is condemning the other countries. I condemn it in the fiercest words.
All right. Cool.
Okay. How to be friends with you two without following them. I watch every one of your videos. At times I just get I don't get time. That's all.
No, I wanted to, I'm going to do a thinking out loud here, but I was going to use your video as a backdrop for that and give you a little bit of praise. However, if you don't want me to, I'll just find somebody else to use as a.
No. Go for it.
So my pet peeve now on YouTube is people do a 10-minute video about a lens and 8.5 minutes of it is them with their face planted in the screen. I don't care about what you look like. I don't care how you sound. I want to know what the lens does. So I give you credit, Frames. You went out and shot with it and just dubbed, or whatever, voiceovered all the information that you wanted to talk about. That is a review.
Thank you.
Not your
That's the review I wanted to watch. So I made it.
Not your face for 10 minutes talking about the lens. I don't care.
Especially when you have a face like me. Fuck. You don't even have a haircut.
Wait, who does that?
You are a pretty sharp looking dude, though. I mean, I could put up with your face more than others. There are people that I really don't care to see.
You can put up with my face more than others. You can just barely put up. Okay, great. Yeah. Thank you. I think that honestly, that review took a tremendous amount of time to put together. I realized that, in fact, Vagan was talking to me and he said, great job. I said, yeah, but it's not sustainable. He said, why? I said, because there's this, shooting the B-rolls, thinking of the right kind of music.
How do you think I make my reviews? Did you see some of my you watched my reviews, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm saying, of course. All I'm trying to say is that
takes a lot of time.
I like a certain kind of cinematic style and I'm not good at it, so I struggle to make that happen, and that takes so much time. I almost don't get sleep. I'm working during the day and then coming and going to bed in the 6 a.m. in the morning.
Hey, Frames, here's a secret. None of us that are watching these reviews or things like that are good. Okay. We want to see a real person actually using the camera, the lens, the whatever, because that tells us what we can expect.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
I don't need a seasoned pro showing me the best of the best of the best photos that they took out of the 500 that they took. reviewing a lens and only showing 15 photos, because that really doesn't tell me anything. And not just that, but somebody sitting there regurgitating a laundry list of specs for a lens or a camera doesn't tell me anything either. Showing me what you're doing with it is something that I enjoy, and I enjoy watching the video, not again looking at your face for 15 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's true.
But hey, Frame said something important. Frame said something something that really got like stuck with me. He said, I wanted to make a review that I wanted to see.
Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah.
that's
I like
true.
that.
And that's, you can't go wrong with honesty and being happy with what you're doing. Trying to go outside your lane and trying to copy somebody else the way they do a review or whatever, it's not genuine. And frankly, it's not even entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, you and me, Chuck, we talk about this a lot with the psychology of YouTube. It's a
There
balance.
you go again. He's come back to YouTube again. He wants to crack it tonight. Oh, it's today.
Yeah, exactly. So you took umbrance with my statement. It can be fun, or you can have fun, or you can grow your channel. It's not likely that the two coexist.
Interesting. Wow. Look at that bottle. What is that?
It's I think it's brass.
Looks like one of those lenses. Those I forget the names.
Or copper, I know. I think this is brass.
Well, Chuck, you're having a great time, and you're growing.
Yeah, I have reached the pinnacle of my career now on YouTube.
No, man.
I got monetized, and I didn't do it for money because Lord knows, well, I think I made 34 cents my first 3 days. So I almost have enough money now because other people have given to me for whatever reason. I don't know why. I am humbled by it that people would even donate to the channel, but I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely appreciate it. But getting monetized was just for the algorithm and pushing the content. And why do I want to grow? I just want to have fun and have fun with the community. If it grows 100,000, that I think that's a burden.
The first day you made what? You made a couple $100, Chuck.
Yeah,
30 cents.
Yeah, absolutely. And
you made Grays of Westminster money.
Well, yeah, and I appreciate it. Again, I'm humbled by that. And I still don't know why people want to tune in, but you know what? As long as I'm having fun and they're having fun, then I'm just going to keep doing it and keep plugging away, whether there's 3 people in the chat or 200 people in the chat.
Yeah,
hey, I have a couple of things to say. First, I want to mention real Nikon lover. He said frames. The word is umbrage. What's that word?
Umbrage.
Meaning to take great exception to. Yeah, thanks. I don't know your name though, real Nikon lover. That's very interesting. I understood what you meant by that word, but I could pronounce it. Yeah, I got a sense of because thanks. And second, I want Vagan, I want you to just share what Rakesh has written, Rakesh Chatterjee. And I must tell you, he's from my city. He's from Calcutta. Hey, Rakesh, what's up?
Congratulations on the 8512 lens. Enjoy to the fullest and capture unique moments of Kolkata.
So that's the city that I'm from. And I have done a video on capturing Calcutta with the X-T3 and I think this Viltrox 23 1.4. And I'm yet to kind of go to Calcutta and just shoot there with the 85. I've shot it in New Delhi, which is the capital of India. And Rakesh, I can't wait to go to Calcutta and just and spend some time there with this lens. And also a few couple of Fuji lenses. I'm very interested to see how the 56 1.2 from Fuji works. I think that's another amazing lens. Really good. I think that's probably slightly better corrected than Canon's 85 1.2.
Yeah, real Jim. What's happening, Jim? Hey, is that the belt buckle? That's the belt buckle. Look at his thumbnail.
That is cool. I like that.
That's a belt buckle, Frames. See it?
Which
The
one?
belt. Right? Look at his thumbnail. Real Nikon lover. I have it up.
Oh yeah, but
That's
it shows the Nikon logo though.
Yeah, that's a belt. The belt buckle.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Nostalgic.
He has one. No, man, it was great. Like
And-
in the
and-
beginning. Go ahead.
And there you go. I must, Vagan. Sorry. I must. I didn't know what this bottle is made of. I didn't know whether this is brass or what it is. So there's my wife saying copper.
That looks cool, man.
She's watching it and correcting me in the
Hey.
chat because she
Hey.
bought it.
No, it looks good. You put a vodka in there, right?
Hey, there you go. There's the idea for it. Should I put vodka like Vagan says in this?
Can I want to see
Probably
Frames. I want to see Frames drunk.
He would just be more mellow. What are you talking about?
Hey, Chuck, like Jim says, Chuck, you still need a permanent Steven.
Man, I do. I do.
Have you thought of it? Like,
Yeah.
as the live streams grow, like,
Yeah,
man,
as
you're
soon as
gonna have
I
to
hit
staple a lot of content.
500,000 subscribers, I'm hiring a Steven.
No, in realistic numbers, if you have 200 or 300 people in the chat, right? 200, 300, those chats are gonna fly. You know what I mean? You're not
And
gonna
that
get
is my fear, Vahagan. I was just talking to somebody about that today. That is my fear, is that it will become so overbearing that it takes away from the intimate feeling of everybody being able to, say something and get their voice in the stream.
Hey, Jim, get a shave. All right, $20 for the shave. Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks for the super chat, Jim. Appreciate it. Like I said, guys, it's
He's a
something that
tough
I don't
guy.
ask for, but it really motivates us to do these live streams. Like
He's a
Chuck-
tough
Chuck-
guy. He
Huh?
taught me a bit of. He's a tough guy, real Nikon lover. He's got a belt on his profile picture. He taught me a little bit of English, and then he gave me $20 to shave. Almost
Hey,
for shaming
hey,
you.
Chuck.
He's not a nice guy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Like now, you know how it feels to get these super chats. Me, like it's kind of like, okay, thanks a lot. You don't have to, but it does motivate you to come back and to do it, and it's a good thing. It's a good
Well,
thing.
and everybody can say what they want when, they get super chats or whatever, things like that. But what I will say is, and you can bet on it, that whatever does come to the channel is going to be for the channel. And I don't mind. I've spent on my channel all this time, and I don't mind doing that. But it is nice when there is some compensation that comes back to help defray the cost. And everybody is asking, well, what cost is there? You turn a computer on and you turn a camera on. Yeah, you can do that. But, being able to share content and just like talking about trying to go live with the 85 1.2, now it looks like I'm going to have to upgrade my Capture One Pro. The streaming platform itself, I'm going to have to pay for that again. That's a yearly due, if you will.
That's you see, if I'm gonna do this every week, which I'm planning on doing, I'm gonna have to upgrade to the paid subscription, which that duck right there will go away. See that little
Yep.
duck in the corner?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm using the free service now. But yeah, you're right. There's costs involved.
But-
For
but-
me, it's more time.
But don't
Yeah.
lose the duck. I like the duck. It's just nice.
Like the duck.
Hello, duck. Ducky.
Yeah.
Hey,
But yeah,
listen,
no.
I had a question. I forgot. Anyway, it's go on. Sorry.
Now
No,
you're at a loss of words. You
I was
weren't.
gonna say,
I had a great question which I forgot because
hey, you guys duke it out for a second. I gotta go
what
do what Chuck does sometimes, but not that.
really?
Go do
I gotta,
your thing, man.
I gotta go out.
Not
I gotta
bad.
go for a cigarette.
Yeah,
Be right
I
back.
don't like. Come on.
we promise we won't burn the house down.
All right. Be right back. Be right back, guys.
Let's all. Hey Chuck, let's all bitch about Vagan.
Uh,
Let's make him lose some subscribers.
Hey, I actually like this more than anything else, guys. This
won't go now.
banter. Hold on. I really like this, man. I really like this.
No, I do too. And the other night when we had so many people in here, and Vagan, go do your thing, man.
But answer his talk about this right here, Ramesh. Okay, I'll be right back.
So
whatever you want to do. Bye.
What's the latest on the Z8, guys? Well, I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. And I know, here we go. We're going to talk about gear again. Why do we always have to talk about gear? Well, you know what? I got to tell you, Nikon hadn't had gear in a while. We're at a loss. Canon folks have had camera after camera. Sony's had camera after camera. And I'm happy for them. But we Nikon folks are starving for something. You got to understand. What?
No, but Chuck, I'm all right with the pace that Nikon is going with right now, because otherwise we'd all have to spend so much money just because it's difficult to kind of and it's difficult to resist the temptation of buying new gear when you have so many options. So,
no, it isn't. You just don't resist. You just buy it.
I'm not as rich as you, Chuck.
Well, I'm not rich, but if you can't afford it, then you don't buy it. It's that simple.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be in a situation where I can't afford it. I would rather want it to come late by the time I save up a little bit and then buy.
Yeah. We do that in America. We buy steak knives. We buy a lot of stuff in the middle of the night that we don't really want or need.
Yeah. No, I know. That's true. Yeah.
Z8 latest rumor over on Nikon Rumors is there's a rumor out of China, I think. I can't remember, somebody that has some information that's basically parroting everything that we've said so far. And of course, over on Nikon Rumors in the forum, people are going crazy. I mean, literally crazy over what it should be. It's too late, folks. There isn't no more should be's. It is what it is. And we're going to get it.
The fact is, the Z8 is ready for more than a year now. It's with Nikon. It's just not. They're just waiting for the right time. They're just trying to get the.
The right time. Which right time? They've passed 3 right times. Are we on the 4th right time?
No. I think they're looking at it differently. They're looking at it from a portfolio point of view, sales point of view, supply. There could be many reasons, but what I know is that the Z8 has been is with Nikon for a long time. It's not like they're developing it, they're just trying to figure it out. No, they're ready.
Yeah.
I mean, see, just think about it logically. You would need tremendous amount of time to build the pinnacle of tech, which is Z9. From there onwards, all you need to do is delete a few things. There is not much developmental work because you've achieved your best tech. Now you just take a few things. It's about reducing and getting a right package. That takes less time.
Yeah.
If you already have figured out Z9, it is much less task to figure out the Z8.
Okay, so one thing that a lot of people are hoping that is taking place is the fact that they're building up stock, and they're going to be able to possibly meet most of the demand right up front. And I think a lot of that comes from the 85 1.2, which people think that Nikon took their time, built up stock so that they could handle most of the orders that would come in. I don't think that's the case at all. I think there was a shorter or smaller demand for the 85, even though it seems like everybody's got one now because there are videos popping up everywhere. And I think that's great. But that lens wasn't going to sell like a 200 to 600 is going to sell. So it's probably easy to meet the demand right up front for that lens. And that's not, I think, going to equate to the demand for the next camera, whatever it is. I know what I say it is, but I'm trying to be nice and say whatever it is, so some people don't get all bent out of shape. But I don't know how much of the demand they're going to be able to meet with whatever the camera is. Whatever it is, it's going to sell out quickly because Nikon people are starving. They've been saving money for a year and a half.
See, I tell you, I think there is more demand going to be. There's going to be more demand for the 85 1.2 than for the 50 1.2. There's surely more people interested in the 85 than a 1.2. 85 makes more sense than a 50 1.2.
Well,
So
no doubt about it. But, how many people are ready? And here's the other problem you have, Frames, is there are people that have been saving for a camera since the Z9, by the way, saving for a camera, whatever comes out next. And do they buy the 85 1.2 or do they buy the camera? If the camera's imminent, do I hang on to this or do I go ahead and spend it on the 85 1.2? And I think that's a bit of a dilemma for people as well.
yeah, I had the same thing. I must tell you that if both of them dropped at the same time, I would have skipped the 85 and gotten the Z8. That's more. Oh, he's back. That's I think that camera. I mean, look, every time I've used a Z9, I am just blown away by the files. Just they're so good. The
But that's
colors,
the great, yeah, that's the great
and that's
thing
what
about cameras is the fact that everybody loved the Z9. Everybody, so many of the Nikon shooters loved it. They couldn't buy it or they didn't want the full body. And they've been holding out for something like the Z8. That's what they want. But you go to Nikon rumors, nobody wants a baby Z9 is stupid, as if they're the marketing. Maybe they are part of the marketing team at Nikon. That's why it's all messed up.
I'll tell you. They're just Z9 users who want to feel special and they want to have the best camera ever made. And they don't want lesser models like us to have anything which can come very close to a Z9 but cheaper. They'll feel, oh, what did it? Am I a fool? Bought the Z9? There should not be there should not be any Z8. That's the law. There's no other reason for them to go get so furious about there being a Z8. You don't want it, you don't buy it. Go on,
Yes.
move on.
Yes.
You
But
got your camera, right? You got your camera. Fine.
the-
What's your problem with other people getting their cameras? What's your problem?
But it's a new camera, a new moniker, Z8. It's got to be the D850. The D850 can't be the Z7 III. We need the 8. We got to have the 8. Make the Z7 something else, but we need the 8, for D850 replacement or whatever. Sorry, it ain't going to happen. But anyway, if you want an 80 megapixel camera, then just hang on because I think you're going to get it in a Z7 III.
Yeah.
Hey, I love the 85 1.2 when I used it. I like the 50 though frames. I really like that lens. Not because I own it, but the 50 1.2 is a great lens.
No. 50 on 2 is amazing. I'm just
I
saying.
jonesed hard for that lens, but I held out. I was waiting because I don't need another 50 millimeter focal length. I need an 85 millimeter focal length. And if I was going to spend money on an expensive prime, then that was the one I was going to go for. And that's why I waited for this. Not that it's better than 50. I'm more comfortable with the 85 than I am a 50 millimeter focal length.
Here's my point of view on that. Now, there are two ways to look at it. I'll explain this whole thing coming from two angles. First, if you compare the 50 1.8 and 85 1.8, the 85 1.8 is great, but it's clinical. It's kind of perfect clinical. The 50 1.8 it feels like it has a soul to it. There's something to it. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know lenses that well, but I can tell that there is something to it. I can't put my finger on it. There's something to it that makes everything shot on the 51.8 beautiful. Now when
you can go to DP Review and oh no, you can't, can you? I'm sorry.
Good one. Now the 50 1.2 versus the 50. If you have to choose one between the 51.2 and 51.8, the 51.8 is very, very good.
It is
85 1.2 and 85 1.8. I think the 85 1.2 is many times better and full of character compared to the 85 1.8. Number one, that's one thing. Second thing is that if I want a 1.2, I'm looking for shallow depth of field. I'm looking for portraiture mostly. If I'm looking for portraiture, this focal length makes more sense than for me to have a 51.2. See, I would like a 85 1.2 and a 35 1.2. They at two ends. I want the best of these lenses. 50.
Yeah.
That's my logic. Now, having said that, I've used a 51.2. Oh, it's a phenomenal lens.
No doubt.
It's it just things float in it. Things float when you take a the three dimensionality to the images coming from the 51.2 is it's strange. It is so beautiful.
Hey, Rakesh says the Delkin black cards are $199 on B&H right now.
Yeah, that's a great deal. You can get two for the price of one normally.
Cool. Yeah, remember, Chuck, when I opened up my stream and I put that link and like everybody joined?
Yeah.
That was a great community.
That brought a lot of the folks that we see today.
Yeah, that was kind of like the beginning of this. I really like this whole structure, this whole just, you know what, there's no topic, there's just a guest. I want to incorporate guests, but into a topic that everybody, not a topic, but like a conversation that everybody can contribute to, you know?
You know what? We'll just be transparent here. You've talked to me about that, and I've talked to you and others about it. As far as bringing a guest, hey, bring this person on. First of all, for me, this doesn't apply to you guys or anybody else. For me, if I'm going to bring somebody on, if I'm actually going to go ask somebody if they want to be on, first of all, I would prefer people say, hey, I just want to be part of this and I'd like to be on the show and just have some fun. I can't bring somebody on, and maybe my folks here will tell me that, because if they're my folks, they're your folks as far as subs go. But I don't want to bring somebody on that expects all the attention and us to just talk back and forth. That's not what my channel's about. It's not that I don't like that. I do. I'll watch other channels for that. But if you come on my channel, expect to talk to the people in the chat, because that's what it's about. Especially if for some reason, some big name decided, hey, I'd like to be on your channel. I'm going to let them know, here's what to expect, because it's not all about you unless the chat wants to ask you questions. And then by all means, answer questions, make comments or whatever. Because again, I open the door, I let everybody in, and then everybody gets to have a good time. The only reason I've been talking so much up to this point is because everybody goes quiet. And I feel like, okay, well, let's see. How do I pick this up again?
That's great.
But I would rather that everybody else was engaging with folks in the panel, engaging with each other in the chat. Again, that's what it's all about. And that's the community. I've learned so much from the chat. Because there's some smart people in the chat.
Yeah.
And
that being said,
guy.
Yeah.
That being said, Chuck, every time I talk to you and talk about you, I cannot forget that, that I cannot forget the damn doll.
What doll? What doll?
Floats, haunts me. Tell him. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Am I missing something?
This is a scary movie. This is this doll.
The Chucky.
Yeah.
Oh, the horror movie.
Oh my god! I watched it when I was a kid. Okay, many years back. At least when I was younger, and somehow you got to change your name, Chuck.
Hey, Anna Palm says, Frames, hats off to you for that lovely 8512 point that you raised on painstaking efforts. And
Exactly, Mosman, Chucky doll. Yeah. Thanks, Onupom. That's how you should pronounce his name. It's actually O and NU and POM. It's not A.
Anupam.
Onupom.
Onupom.
Say that, Chuck.
Anupam.
Yeah, that's you. Very close. There you go. Yeah. Thanks, Anupam. That's it does take so much time, especially when you have a full-time job. It does, especially if you want to make it with care and love. If you want to just do it just like that, it's fine. But if you want to like get it right, then it does take a tremendous amount of time.
Daniel, what's happening, man? My two most used lenses, the 50-1.4 and the 85-1.8 for weddings. All right. What's going on, Daniel? I used to shoot weddings. Yeah. Great lenses to have for weddings, I'll tell you that. Hey, this is a learning process, man. Having a channel and doing live streams and you come up with new ideas, new ways to do things, and it's just a work in progress for me still. With the live stream thing, I think I'm still playing with it, but I think I pretty much know what I want to do with this, and I think it's more of the realm of like having a community like you do, and just building the community up so everybody can participate. So
well, you guys said something earlier that's absolutely true, and it's something I stuck with, and that's just being consistent. Being consistent means that everybody can expect at the same time, same day, same channel, whatever, there's going to be a stream going on. And obviously there are life events that could take you away from it. But the consistency thing is you just aggravate people enough. They're okay, I'll listen.
Yeah. No, but I like it.
Thanks,
Frames.
Jonathan. I mean, I can't believe. Thanks for inviting me to this chat because I'm getting so much love for the video. A lot of people wrote that in the comments, but for them to actually almost get the sense of live conversation and for people to acknowledge it so many times, it feels so good, and it makes it feel like it was worth it. All the pain I went through.
Well, I think, one of the things is engaging with, again, the people that are in the chat and otherwise. That just goes a long way because, again, who doesn't like, you go to Peter McKinnon's channel, and not that he does live streams, but you drop a comment and he responds. How good do you feel? It's like, man, Peter McKinnon responded to my comment or whatever. And it's the same thing in live streams. As you know, Vahagan and I were in one, 6 months ago, a Nikon sponsored live stream. And we had to go through a filter to get to a guy that would make a decision on whether he would even ask the question. I think they answered 3 comments, the whole live stream or something like that. All they did was pontificate and talk about how old each other were and what positions they had at Nikon and, how great they were. I wish I could remember their names. I'd love to dime them out. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Hey, so what's next for you, Frames? What are you doing on YouTube?
Live streams. He's doing live streams.
Let me take a shot of. Oh, what a handsome guy that is. Oh, shot.
Let me get the glare off my glasses there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. That autofocus is fast. You don't have to take that much time.
Hey, when are you returning that lens? Is that your lens?
No, I returned that lens. This is mine. This is mine.
Damn.
Yeah. I like I said, I got India's first copy of the 85 1.2. First.
Wow.
Hey, Frames, let me ask you a question on that 85.
Yeah.
It really doesn't make a difference, but it aggravates me a little bit until I get used to it, maybe. The close focusing distance on that lens.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was closer. I don't know why. Yeah. I just feel like I want it to be, about a foot closer. And it really
What do you want, a macro lens?
Well, no, but it just, I don't know what it is. It's just like it's at a weird distance.
Let me see if I can focus on the keyboard.
It has nothing to do with the performance of the lens or anything else. It's just for me, I just feel like, man, I want this to be a little bit. See, here you go. You're.
I'm trying to see how close I can get to this. Okay. So, okay, this is. Hold on a sec.
That's a beast, man.
Yeah, this is how far I could. So you can read MacBook Pro right now.
Yep.
That's how far I could go, and I guess yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with you on that.
It doesn't hurt the lens at all. Don't get me wrong, folks. It's just, I don't know. There's just, maybe it's every other lens is a little bit closer and you're just used to that. Other than telephotos, of course, super telephotos.
So I think it's got what I do have to check the close focusing for this one and the other lenses.
No, I think Chuck. I think all 85s were similar, right? When close focusing, you know. But yeah, I think it's fine. 2.5 feet. That's good enough.
Man, Anupam, thanks for pronouncing it in near Bengali accent. Well, and I know it's different, but I have spent some time over in Southwest Asia, and I've learned to pronounce names that otherwise were, most
unpronounceable.
Yes.
You know what? No one gets my name correctly in the north of India. Like I have to spell my name out. I literally spell my name out and say
Menak.
Yeah.
Menak.
It's actually how it's said like Moinak, but it's very difficult. See,
Moinak.
you won't get it. It's just that intonation.
What do
is
you
different.
mean? How do you say it? I'll say it right.
Don't embarrass me now.
Moinak?
We'll do it on the call, not
Moinak.
now. There you go. It'll sound funny. It is difficult to get it. It is difficult.
Oh,
to
look, Rakesh. Moinak.
It's not exactly. It's not how it is spelled. It'll be MAWINAK.
All right. Moinak.
It's difficult. It's just to get the vowel correct is difficult. So
It's 2.5 feet.
Yeah, it's just a little over 2.5 feet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, what about the Canon? Let me just search. Canon 85.
Okay, again, I'm not complaining, guys. Don't think that, well, this is a complaint. It's just my feeling. It just feels like, man, I don't know. And Craig said, get the 105. Yeah, I'm not a macro photographer. And I know it can be used for portraits. And by the way, if you guys haven't seen it already, Matt Granger just did a video. It's been out a few hours now, comparing the 105 macro, the 105 f1.4, the 200 f2, and the 85 1.2. So you can check that out. And again, I don't know if these videos help or hurt, a lens like the 85, because everybody expects it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to break all boundaries and everything else. And that's not the case. For me, the best thing about that lens is it motivates me. There you have it.
ZWave. Chuck, I mentioned this in my field review. People are used to the usual Z mount lenses experience. Insane close focus is common in the Z lineup.
Yeah.
So it has the same minimum focus distance as the Canon one. So at least we're not. Yeah, at least it's not behind Canon. I'm happy because I made because I made a claim. Is it the best 1.2 on the market?
Hey,
now
I held both. I held both in my hand, and the weight was about the same. The
Canon is about a few 35 grams heavier. The Canon.
I couldn't tell 35 grams from a half pound.
That's what I did that live stream with that lens, right?
Yeah.
James, did you see it?
Yeah.
With unboxing, I said that in the video. I go, I think the Canon feels just a little heavier.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. There's another reason. Because I have used a Canon for a while. Actually, I did actually use it. I went on a trip with the Canon, so I used it very consistently for quite a few while. So the Canon lens is shorter as well.
Yeah.
So compared to the Canon, the Nikon feels hollower because it's slightly longer and slightly lighter. That's how.
and it's fatter a little. The Canon lens is just a little fatter.
Yeah, the Canon is a little fatter. Yeah.
Wow, Mozman shot some hummingbirds with the 400 4.5, 8 foot minimum focus distance.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's trying to be funny.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a joke. Hey, by the way, I was editing.
I want to ask everyone, what lens should I buy next?
Well,
Yes.
how much money do you have?
Within $2,000.
What are you gonna shoot?
Yeah. No. Just talk about the best lens. Actually, it's fine. Forget about the money. Don't tell me the Noct or the 400.
No, what do you have? Like, what do you have? You have the Trinity?
Yeah.
You have the whole Trinity.
No. I don't have. That's a good point. I don't have the whole Trinity. I don't shoot wide angle, so that's not relevant to me. However, I'm thinking, should I get the 14 to 30 or not? F4. Number one. Number two, I have heard that the 24 to 72 point is brilliant. So should I get it? But I have all the primes. So I don't know. I'm confused. I've heard that I haven't used it. I'd probably get it from Nikon and see how it is. From what I know, those lenses have beautiful character.
Greg says, grab the 600 TC.
I have no use for it, unfortunately. I don't use, I don't do. I don't do nature or wildlife so much. So, but if I had to actually get a proper telephoto one, I'd want to have the 600 f4, but that's also expensive. So yeah, for someone like me,
Craig says 85 doesn't close focus in general. ZWave loves this lens, frames, the 20.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that I've often thought about it, but I felt ZWave that the lens is too long. Now, because I would use 20 to I'd also use it to vlog. Now I felt as if it's too long. That's my only issue with that. Compare that with the Sony's 21.8. That lens is tiny, and it's also very good quality. Also, the 1.8 G lens, the f-mount lens, that was also tiny. So I'm a bit like, I can't compare. Of course, the Z20 1.8 is way ahead. I mean, if you look at the reviews and I have actually downloaded pictures from that lens and seen how the quality of the pictures are brilliant. But just I don't like the feel of the lens.
Hey, I was editing, and then frames would like this. I was editing some shots from another crew that I hired to shoot a wedding for me because I was busy that day. So they shot the wedding. They were using Canon R5 and R6, okay, for the wedding. So I edited them on Lightroom. I edited the files, and I'll be honest with you, I'm happy that I shoot Nikon. The files, what?
Why?
Man, I don't know what they were shooting, what the results that they got.
Canon.
Canon,
Canon, right?
Yeah, they were using an R5 and R6. They were using all the top RF lenses, 85, all the top RF lenses. But the files, they were kind of muddy. Like it wasn't, like you have more dynamic range with the Nikon. The files are more, right? Am I right?
I completely agree. So it's like, no. I'll tell you, the Canon files have come a long way. Just before I get there, just two couple of ZWave. I think the 20 is great. I'm actually seriously thinking about that. And the other suggestion is 105 2.8, the macro one. That's a serious consideration for me, and they're also not too expensive, both of them. Now, going back to what you were saying, Vagan.
But before you start, let me just tell you what else I observed.
Yeah.
I observed that in low light, like guy was just shooting 2500 ISO, and I'm zooming into the image, and I'm like, dude, this is kind of noisy, at 2500.
There's nothing in there.
yeah, like I don't get this with my Nikons. You know, my Nikon files look so much cleaner and sharper, and these guys are using top Canon RF lenses and you know R5 R6. So I was like, man, I'm just so happy that I'm more happier with the Nikon files.
Yeah.
That's what I observed. The images look kind of like saturated, muddy, raw. I don't know, man. I don't know. Wasn't
Hey,
happy.
hey, there's a good comment over here. Rakesh is talking about it too. The 1:400 sharpness. And this is why I don't watch anybody, or I watch videos, but this is why I just listen to and look at what the lens is producing rather than listen to people talk about sharpness. You know, I have the 1:400 also, Rakesh, and it's sharp enough for me. What does that mean? Is it the most sharp or is it the least sharp of the 1:400s that are on the market? No, none of the above. It's sharp enough for me. And I didn't go pixel peeping. Same thing with the 85 1.2. I'm not pixel peeping with it either. I love how it renders and what it does, and that's it. That's enough. So go ahead.
I have used the 100 to 400, and see, for most people who actually pick up a 100 to 400, they have the need for slightly longer than 400, to be honest, but they don't want the hassle of a heavier, larger lens. So for them, it's a great compromise. But at 400 this lens is not very sharp. Now, for the user who wants probably a 500 focal length or 550, he's trying to making do. Uh, he's just managing it with 400. Now, the sharpest part of the 100 to 400 is at between 100 and 200 for that lens. At 300 plus, it starts getting sort of a little less. You start losing a bit of sharpness. And at 400, when the person is sort of reaching for that thing, and then he knows that, okay, I've reached so far, I later probably crop it. You don't have the croppability of those files coming from 400 at 400 is less. At that point, you just avoid prime point. You should not go for the 100. If you know that you need to go beyond 400 you should not go for the zoom. You should go for the prime.
Okay, 99% of us don't need the absolute sharpest lens for what we're shooting. Okay, there's number one. If you absolutely do, then yes, you need to take your time, test all the different lenses, especially if you're going to buy a zoom lens, and test them to see which one is absolute sharpest. I'll agree with that. But the majority of us, if you were to show us photos without pixel peeping, none of us could tell any of them apart for sharpness.
Yeah, I agree. See, pixel people
that's how we get so wrapped up in this stuff is, you know, I think it's bragging rights for one. Well, my lens is sharper than your lens. Can you tell it's sharper? Well, yeah, if you zoom in 200%, well, then it's not sharper in my opinion.
To be honest, Chuck, I have actually zoomed in and cropped to 200% and 100% quite often. Especially when I'm using a high resolution camera like the Z9, I often use that resolution in the sense I know I can't get to that point. I can't reach there quickly.
I got an answer for that.
I use the resolution to zoom in. And the great thing about the Z lenses are that they allow me to crop without loss of image quality.
Yeah.
It is only in few cases like that 100 to 400 at 400 it's only very specific few cases where you might face slight bit of disappointment, not too much disappointed, slight bit compared to the high standards benchmark set by the Z9 lenses. You're comparing with the best lenses. That's the point. If you have to compare with any other system or even the F mount, you're happy. You're fantastic lenses.
Yeah, you know, and I've got an answer for that too. Topaz makes all kinds of software. Gigapixel and all the others too. But, you know, I'm just kind of joking there. But yeah, I think we want though, and rightly so, I guess. Everybody wants the sharp, you say, I bought the sharpest lens there is. And oh, by the way, the cost is, you know, is relatively reasonable. But Yeah, I get so tired of, so many YouTubers that are going to show you. And honestly, sometimes they show me both images and I'm thinking, I honestly can't tell you which one's the sharpest.
But
you guys feel that way?
For me, yeah, but for me, there's sharpness and then there's
Mm.
quality of sharpness. Like the expensive lenses have this quality. I think it's well, I don't know what it is, but it's the glass or something that tells them apart. Like a
It's
300
organic.
2.8.
It's not digital sharpness.
It's not digital sharpness. No, 300 2.8 Nikon lens. It has this rich sharpness.
No,
But
yeah.
But hey, Rakesh, yeah, we made a video on that comparing both lenses. It's a really good video. You could see the differences on there. Check it out on my channel. Hey, yeah, hey, Daniel, maybe because I'm using Lightroom, maybe I don't know, but the files did not look that great to me, honestly, man. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. They haven't cracked the code all this time. I don't know. The R5 has been out for a while. So,
But I think generally speaking, Capture One is doing a better job. By the way, why do you need to upgrade your what's the deal with Capture One now, Chuck? You have to invest more money in it. Why so?
Well, it's one. It's time to upgrade it. But I'm hoping that with the new program, I'll be able to tether my Z9. I know that's not the only reason I can't tether the Z9 right now. I don't know what's going on. That's where all you tech, experts come in. Why can't I tether my Z9 with Lightroom or with Capture One? I know that's a very open question, but it won't let it. Won't
I don't have a Z9.
Z9. Either program won't recognize the Z9.
hey Daniel, what are you using then for the R5? I mean, no, you don't shoot R5, but what do you normally use to process your raw files? Capture One, it's good, great, yeah, but I don't use Capture One.
Z8 is right. I think Canon, what they started doing is that they started making the raw images very flat. I think they're trying to get more out of because they got criticized for the raw for manage that by flat image a little bit more band. Don't be
Yeah, he's having internet issues, Chuck.
add more information to the files.
Bandwidth.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you got a bandwidth issue going on. Frames.
Yeah,
it's okay. We don't want to lose you. Don't run away.
Yeah, we're probably gonna end it soon. So we're already 2 hours and 37 minutes. Jeez.
Yes. Now you're talking.
This says it started with Claire and ended with Chuck.
Yep.
I think.
What?
I think Canon can. I think Canon is using a flat.
Drop your video. Just mute your video, and it may help with the audio. That's.
Oh yeah. I'm going to do that.
There you go.
So I think Canon is using a flatter profile. They're just making their raw files flatter because they got criticized a lot for the raw files. I think they're just trying to do that in order to get a little bit more bandwidth, headroom in their raw files. But I'm telling you, the Z9, I mean the files, Z7 files. No. Canon cannot touch them yet. It is tremendous amount of latitude in those files.
I think out of every manufacturer I use, the Nikon files are one of. I mean, when you talk about cameras that are affordable, I think the Nikon files are the best I've used.
Yeah. And but by the way, Sony does very well too. Very, very well. Because it's the same sensor essentially. You just read it differently. So the sensor has the capability to kind of capture that information, and then the rest is
I've edited Fuji GFX files. They look great, but we're talking about medium format sensor, but the Fuji GFX files look great.
By the way, Fuji also takes us sensors from Sony most of the times.
Jeez.
So
Boy, will we ever live down the Sony sensor thing ever?
Yeah, right.
I wish Sony would just name it. It's another division within Sony. I wish they just name it something else other than Sony. Just like everybody now with the Z8. Well, we want the 61 megapixels. Really? You want an old sensor? Really? That's what you want? You don't want something new, something that's going to live on for the next 2 or 3 years. You want something that's going to get phased out in Sony cameras and actually go a bit higher in Canon cameras. That's what you want. Well, that's good marketing strategy there.
Hey, Z8, are you starting a live stream consistently? I think you are, right? I think he is, right?
anyway,
Yeah,
guys,
he's going to do Friday nights, maybe.
So we got Tuesday's my stream, Saturday's your stream, Wednesday's your stream, and then Friday's Z-Wade.
You got an opening there, Frames. Grab a day while it's good, man. They're going to be taken up.
Okay, listen, I have to go because it's really, really late now.
Yeah, we'll probably end it,
but
man.
it was great, man. It is really, really good chatting up, and it's been a while. So great to see you, Chuck. After a while, great to see you, and great to connect with you, Vagan, again. And in fact, I was surprised to meet Claire. I didn't think she would be online today. That was great too.
Yeah, no, that was great. Hey, guys, subscribe to FramesTM, Claire School of Photography, and Chuck Talks on YouTube if you haven't. You guys know who these gentlemen are and ladies, so do it. It motivates us to create more content.
Hey, Frames, keep that style of reviews and things going, man. I love it. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think everybody's going to enjoy it now. So keep it up, brother.
Z-Wade Friday subscriber photo editing live. It's going to be a photo editing live. Okay.
Wow.
That's where I'm sending all my photos to Friday night. Hey, man, try this one. Do this one. It's an editing service. Friday night editing service.
Yeah.
Much kidding, Z, but I am going to tune in. I want to see what you do, buddy.
Hey, we'll end with this. Have you guys seen any cool YouTube videos lately? Like that I should watch from other creators? Like photo channels? No? Anything that caught your attention?
Man, that's hard. My memory doesn't serve now. I know I've seen several. Grays has a new video out. I can't, it sparked my interest from the thumbnail, and I can't even remember what it said, but I'm going to check it out after you finish here.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. I think that's a wrap for today. I really like this. I learned a lot from what's going on with this live stream thing and what I enjoy doing. So back to the drawing board, but I think we'll get it one day.
So I'm back with the visual, but just to say bye and good night and good morning, depending on where you are. But have a great day today and tomorrow. And I'm going to see you very soon on my channel. And then let's do this often.
Hey, Frames.
Yeah.
What time is it? Okay, he's gone.
I guess.
What time is it?
The internet wants me to. I guess the internet wants me to. It's 2:15 a.m. in the morning. So bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. See you later.
All right, Frames. Good seeing you, buddy.
See
You too,
bye.
man. Keep doing it.
Good. Great. Yeah. Bye.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Just it's work in progress. I like this. I like this style. It's funny because I was doing this style and then the guest came in and I was like all about the guest and it was like kind of didn't like that, It was
Hey,
all about that.
there's a place for that too, V. There really
There
is.
is, but-
I enjoy all the content that I see on YouTube. Well, not all, but I mean, I wouldn't want any one person to take over YouTube and think that that's the style that everybody's going to enjoy. But yeah, I like that as well. It just doesn't work for me. That's all.
Yeah.
I like watching it, but I don't want to do that.
I like creating videos. Like I really enjoyed this last video I did. I think that was funny and I was just like in the mix and talking to people about photography and getting their reactions. But how much of that can you do, until it gets
Yep.
old?
Yeah.
So, but that kind of stuff or creating content reviews, but live streams like this once a week is fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll see where we take it. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
hey, no problem, man. I'm glad we can accompany you at your work from Poli. But hey, thanks everyone in the chat, everyone that's watched and will watch this. Subscribe to the channels: Chuck Talks, FramesTM, Claire, School of Photography, and Vahagraphy. So, all right, guys. I think this is my record, Chuck.
All right, man.
245. That's my record.
Now you have something to aspire to.
Yeah. So, good day, good night, everybody. Like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button, guys.
All right, folks, make sure you subscribe. Again, everybody that does this stuff on YouTube, it's a chore. So at least drop a like. I mean, shoot, that's the least you can do. And it doesn't cost anything. I mean, at least give people credit for attempting to entertain you. And I'm not saying that to most of the people out there. Most of the people out there will do that. But there's always somebody that's like, man, if I give this like away, I only have 2 left for the month, and I can't be giving them up.
Someone told me that even thumbs down is doesn't affect anything. That's it's still engagement.
Saying that's engagement. Yeah. I mean, we don't want to see that, but I'm not encouraging everybody to give me a thumbs down just for engagement.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you guys next week.
All right, brother. It's been fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck.